forgot to introduce ourselves.
No, yeah, I just started recording, so you're good to
did
go.
you?
Yeah, literally right before you call my name.
Fuck.
Gotcha.
Fuck. Okay.
I also said like you guys can you just practice that at any point in
Yeah,
time, and like I
Practice.
told you like that's the one thing that
You
I
don't have this because I feel bad eating it.
what what
I don't feel bad eating it. However,
you feel bad eating it on the
it's
camera.
really good. No, I didn't even think about
You
it.
looked up like no.
No. I'm gonna try this. Yeah, I'm just saying like I did just eat two.
Oh no, bro. I was. If Kayla was not in the same room as me, I would have probably eaten like 5.
Oh my god. So, I was listening to a podcast today and it was like, what do you do that you don't normally do when your spouse leaves the house? I was like, I don't really do anything different. And I thought about it. I was like, that's a fucking lie. I do. Like, I won't wash the dishes. I'll just be like,
You know what?
it's only 2 bowls in a glass. It's fine till tomorrow. I'll rinse it out, but I won't wash it. Like, it's like
You know what? You know what I just realized for me? I clean.
when your wife's not there.
Yeah, when Kayla isn't
Oh.
there, I'll clean shit.
That okay.
That day, yes.
Well, no. How long are we talking? What length of time are we talking? Because it changes.
Even if it's for like a day.
Still, okay. So a day, I understand. What if it's a week?
Yeah.
I would never let
You clean
something
every
be
day?
dirty for a week.
You clean every day for a week?
Not every day, but
Yeah,
actually
okay.
no, it would probably be every day.
Really?
Yeah, because I would need to do something, and I would like be walking throughout the house, and I would hear like in my head I would hear a voice like, "Oh, this is dirty. Do you mind cleaning this?" And all that. I just like in my
Damn.
head I'd have a whole internal conversation.
You gave
like-
this man PTSD.
Apparently.
I would just be like, I guess I can clean this. And it was like, well, she's not here. She's not telling me to clean it. That means I have the free will to clean it on my own. So I just go ahead and clean it on my own. You see, this is what I mean when I say you don't have to tell me anything I already know. This is what I mean.
You really shouldn't have this conversation
While you're sitting right here?
while I'm sitting right here and with Charlie across from us.
Why?
Either one of these things should not be happening.
What do you mean?
Because I'm like, don't be mad. Don't be mad. I'm sitting here like trying to breathe, like, don't.
Welcome to the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because why would it take for you to not have me in the room to do the thing I asked you to do when I am home?
Because it's about free will.
I give you free will.
Do you?
Yes, because
Do you?
and don't bullshit me because your friend is in front of you.
Oh, whatever.
I say when you can you
Also,
do that
she-
thing?
She doesn't have kids. She definitely acts like she has kids.
I'm talking to you.
You see. My point has been proven twice over. I'm just saying.
I
Don't
will say
bull-
it's not just a you thing. Because I came home today, and when I pulled in, the first thing I noticed was the trash cans out front. We've had the discussion between me and my wife that oftentimes I forget to take the trash out. Okay. I'm not even going to argue with you because I know that it's a true thing. Sometimes I do. Sometimes it's like I wake up, I should have been at work 10 minutes ago. I'm fucking out the door. I didn't make no coffee. I didn't.
Yeah.
Gone. Right? However, today's Wednesday. Trash goes out Thursday morning. Why is the trash outside Wednesday morning? So you don't trust me that I'm going to take it out? If it is a problem that, not a problem to where we needed to discuss it, why are you taking it out a day before? We discussed it. It's something that I'm now to remember every, the Mondays and Thursdays. How I do is I take the trash out through during the week and then Thursday because a lot of the time I'm trying to be healthy. I'm trying to bring my lunch and or breakfast, coffee, whatever it is in the morning. I have too many things in my hand Thursday mornings, So I take everything out on Wednesday, and then Thursday when I go downstairs to get in the car, I put all my shit in the car, walk around the side, grab the trash can, put it out, get in the car and drive away. That is my routine. You now are messing up my routine on something that we had talked about because you didn't trust that I was going to do it without you telling me or you doing it.
That's the thing, is that it's the routine is now broken, and I have to adjust. Now I can already feel your eyes just
That's
feeling
all.
like, like, it's like, why do you have to have a routine? Is because I have a way that my brain is processing this stuff, that puts this stuff into like its own little queue or cubicle or what have you, and it gets done when like that queue essentially pops up.
And I
For
say,
cash.
in your case, I feel like you're bullshitting.
Okay.
Because, as I said 5 minutes ago, I give you that time and I give you that leniency. I say, when you can you do said thing? And you either,
That's- okay.
can I finish? You either turn around and ignore me, or you'll do it way later. And I do give you that time frame when you can. I did not say right now. I did not say in an hour. I know it's your day off and you had work yesterday. But I said when you can. So I mean, at some point on one of your days off, can you do this said thing? And sometimes it never gets done. So at some points it gets done way later or something like that. And you really do have no excuse because you'll be home all day. Sorry, I thought I heard something.
Me too.
Your
I
ghost
think
is
that was the
acting
ghost
up.
leaving the room like, bye.
And I'm sorry. I just
No.
remembered the other thing I was gonna say. Damn it. Go ahead.
And remember, we've had this conversation as well.
Mm.
When you say something, there's an automatic response in me that's like,
Yeah.
now I have to do this thing. And it's like, it feels like you want to do it now. You want me to do it now. That when you have time is code for, can you please do it now?
Of course, I would want you to do it now, but I know.
Charlie's just like,
Of course, I would want you to do it now when I know you're not doing anything, but I also do have to remember that you work 12 hours a day. You only have so many days off. You need to relax. You need to sit down. I do have to remember that. So I do say, when you have the time, when you feel like you had enough, like, relaxed time, I do have to remind myself of that you do need to relax, that you do need to sit down. And sometimes it doesn't feel like it matters when I give you that leniency because you still don't do it.
See,
Or when I give you enough time to put it in your schedule.
The word that you used, though.
What?
Leniency.
What? I gave you leniency. I didn't say do it now. I do
The
say
word
when you can.
leniency- The word leniency is the word that you use when you're describing giving someone orders or tasks.
It is a task. Yes.
You're not asking me. You are telling me to do it.
I don't say leniency when I'm asking you. I'm saying leniency now because we're talking about it.
Exactly. You're telling me to do it, not asking me.
When I ask you, it's a question, isn't it? I'm asking you to do something.
More times than not, no, it is not a question.
I do ask you.
It is just it's just a statement.
No, I don't. I do ask you. Because even when I'm just trying to remind you of something I already asked you for, I ask you in a question, in a asking format. So it doesn't feel like I'm bombarding you. It feels like I'm just asking you the question for the first time. Because sometimes you do forget that I already asked you. So I ask you again. And then that still comes off bad at me because sometimes you're pissed because you do remember. I was like, well, you told me to remind you in case you forgot. And now you're mad at me because I said it again. Oh, I remember the other thing I was going to say. Because you were talking about routines. And I've told you this before. Sometimes I ask you, are you going to do said thing? Because I need to put it in my schedule in case you don't. So I need you to tell me if you're going to do that said thing today or tomorrow. Because I do actually put a schedule on myself. Like, I do list out my day if I'm going to do this and this and that. So I need to know, like, I'm going to be upset, but I'm not going to be, like, super mad about it. But, like, I need to know, do you think you're going to have the time to do this said thing so I can put it in my schedule? And sometimes you answer me. And sometimes you give me kind of like a bullshit type answer. So I'm like, I need to know so I can put it in my schedule. Because it's something I need done as soon as possible. So, like, the schedule goes both ways for the routine thing. Because I have a routine. I have a thing that I'm scheduled to do today.
Mm-hmm.
I said you shouldn't have done this.
I mean, I think it's good. I see it from both perspectives equally, you know. I see it from yours because I live yours, right? Like, I can't.
Right.
But like, and I've experienced my wife's side.
Mm-hmm.
But hearing it explained a little more makes more, you know, it makes more sense to like where like it. Fundamentally, I agree. I don't agree with the approach. I don't know what a better approach to it would be.
That's also what I was gonna say. Like the approach is always like the hard part.
Yeah, because as you feel like, I feel like you feel like if I told you or if you asked me to do something, I say yes, I'm going to do it. I have a running list of shit that I need to do on my days or day off.
Mm-hmm.
So when it might not be, if it's something that I told you that I'm going to do, it might not be on my list of things that day,
Mm-hmm.
but it might be something that's on my list for my weekend. But by you asking me if I'm going to do it, then reshuffles my list of priorities.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's obviously bothering you enough to say something, so maybe it needs to be moved up on my priority list and not taken care of when I wanted to take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think in my later years of my marriage, I'm starting to feel more like I don't mind you asking me to do something. However, if there is a time limit, if this is a time sensitive task that you're giving me and not just giving it to me to be handled in my own time and my own priority list for me to like do whatever I'm going to do, because what's important to me is not as important to you unless we we communicate and now we come to head to head with it. So unless you give me say this is time sensitive, it's gonna get shuffled into my shit wherever I feel like dealing with it. Cause like you said, we work long hours, lots of days, might not necessarily want to fuck with that.
Right.
Approach. I don't know what the good approach, a good way to approach it. Yes.
Oh, burped. Sorry.
I don't know what a good way to approach it is. Because, like I said, I live yours, but I do see your flow. It does make sense. If it's something that you are now going to have to change your schedule priorities to handle, you would need to know that. Like, I would want to know it earlier in the day than later in the day.
Sometimes I tell you days in advance, and it still doesn't get done.
See,
And I
days
still
in
can't.
advance, though.
And then, like I said, I do remind you because you do ask me to remind you, and then you still get mad at me. I'm like,
Days in
you asked me to
advance
remind
is
you.
like-
And when I say it in the morning, you still get mad at me because it's the morning. Don't say anything to me till I get my coffee. If I wait, you still get mad at me for asking in general. And it's like, I can't win either way.
That's why it feels like I can't win either way.
I forgot the other thing I was going to say. Oh, like I said, like approach. It is hard because for me, I'm getting distracted. See, I gotta look at one of you. For me, like it's hard because I basically have become like a housewife because like work situation. I'm not working right now, so I'm cleaning all the time. You said that, and it's like don't turn me into feeling like a maid, because then when I ask you for something, you don't do it, and now it feels like I have to do it myself when all I do all day is clean anyway. And it's like, I get it. I understand. You work 12-hour days. You're always at work. You're always on your feet. You're doing your hands. You're moving around. But it's unfair to me. And he already knows this. We've had this conversation. It was like, but you already know that it's unfair for me to do these things that I asked you to do just to get something off of my plate. Or that's something that would be easier for you to do than for me to do. Or just like, I've been cleaning the kitchen all week. Can you do it today? I had one of us has to cook later. I don't know whose turn it is, but one of us has to cook and the kitchen's dirty. I cleaned it 4 days this week. Can you please? You know? What? Just give me an example.
No, you're right. I run that one too. I usually try to stay, personally, I usually try to stay cognizant of, like, okay, she's cleaned the kitchen 3 days this week, and she's cooked for 3 or 4 days, so it's probably going to be either my turn today or tomorrow. Don't really feel like today, but that means if I don't do it today, I definitely have to do it tomorrow, which means I need to now figure out what I'm going to make and kind of maybe set myself up for, like, wake up a little bit earlier, that way I can get the dishes washed and then or in the dishwasher before I leave. That way when I come home the kitchen's clean and I can start cooking rather than like having to start things. That really is just gonna come with time. For you.
Definitely. Definitely. The good news that comes out of it is like I don't immediately shut down. Like, I'll at least listen, and even though I'm not going to like anything that she has to say, I'm still open to listen. I'm still open to be like, alright, yeah, I fucked up. I had, like, a specific mindset, and it's not entirely great, but I'll do better and try and be better. And
Yeah, that's life.
yeah.
Especially life with a partner.
Even though
Either
I'm trip her down a
perfect.
flight of stairs sometimes.
I'm going to trip you as well. It's fine.
That's love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's, it's a thin line between love and hate. Just a little nice loving push down the street. You never hurt nobody. It's when it's not under love.
Oh, yeah.
It's like just aggressive. Just
There was one day, that reminds me, there was one day we were in the shower, and yes, we shower together a lot.
That's
But
awesome.
we did majority like all the time. But there was one day he almost
You still have
tripped.
skin?
Huh?
You like your shower water.
What is it?
Do you still have skin?
I do.
Yes.
I do, yes.
How?
How? So, I just got used to it. I went ahead and I just stopped complaining about it. I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. I just stopped complaining about it, and now I like scalding hot showers.
Yeah, he didn't before.
That's crazy.
I know.
I remember it was Dante's Peak or Volcano, and they're like stuck in the subway, and there's lava coming down, and the guy grabs the kid, and he's like, I'm gonna make the jump, and he jumps, and he lands right in the lava, and he's like slowly melting down while he's like carrying the kid. And he like hands the kid off just before he just like melts into nothing. That's how I feel like when I'm in the shower. And I'm like, could you please just like
No, actually.
one notch down from hell? Just one notch. Give me one notch.
Instead of it being the 9th circle of hell, right? At least be the 8.
7th.
Eight, 7.5. I'm good with 7.5.
Good with 7.
8 is like still pushing my boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's not gonna work.
That made me think of something else. I was originally saying a few days ago, he almost tripped. He almost tripped. And it was like, imagine we were in like the hospital emergency room, had to contact our parents, be like, yeah, Keith's in the hospital. Like, and how did you trip again? How did this happen? I just made something up. They're like, ma'am, we're gonna need you to come down to the station because ain't no way. And then if it was the opposite, if it was me, people would be like, and what happened to her exactly? I was like, Keith. It was like, it was not me this time because my toe was fractured at one point and it was Keith's fault.
Oh yeah.
And so like everyone was always like, this guy, you fracture a whole toe.
What I do?
Step
I got up,
We were on the
So
couch.
you stepped on.
No, I have to show. Because every time I explain it, they're always like, he must have a big ass foot. What? Like, we were curled in a couch like this. And he's over me, so his foot is before me. So as he was getting up, his foot came back like this into my pinky toe.
No,
Yeah, it was like that.
it wasn't.
It was something like we were sitting down.
Yes, we were sitting down, and then when I went to go to get up, I like swung my legs out and brought them back, and
It hit my pinky.
Hi, sir. Who are you?
oh lordy, so we're starting with me.
Yeah, because that's I did. I asked you.
Hi. Well, I am Keith.
Hey, Keith. Oh, no, that's Alcoholics Anonymous.
No,
Never mind.
Oh, so you've been?
We're not talking about that kind of history.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, I haven't been. For myself.
Oh.
I don't have a problem.
So what's your name?
My name's Charlie.
Mm.
You know, and that goes against another thing. I'm not done, but you said you were going by Marie. Why? Why did you decide to have an alias?
Because of the... Why are you all in my face?
This is something we talked about.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know what I know.
Oh. Well, one, because it went well with my channel name. That's why, like... Because I think I was going to call it Marie Movies or something like that. And I think I recently just changed it this morning to Marie Loves Movies. So I was going to go by Marie. And that's my middle name.
Okay.
So it just meshes well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like when you kind of, when people like this, like YouTubers or podcasters are successful, all of a sudden like you have stalkers and shit like that.
Sure.
So a lot of people, they don't go by their actual name or real name, or maybe it's even just shortened. Like like, you know, like we're watching Shits and Gigs, and then all of a sudden James calls out Rem by his actual name. I was like, because like they'll just be deep laughing or something, and he'll call him by his government name. And I was like, oh, that's his name. I was like, I just thought like Remy was his real name. No, it's Rem something.
He has a plaque on his, because I think he's
And that's what they usually call him.
He's the videographer for their channel.
Yeah.
And he's got a plaque called Rem de la Creme.
Yeah. And they
I
usually
know,
call
so
him
that.
Rem. And I was like, I just thought Rem was his real name until he called him that. So I didn't even know. But yeah, you know, usually like if you make it big, like you're doing it for years, like you start like getting stalkers or like weird stuff starts happening and stuff like that. Like I'd rather people not know my actual name. Or even
But the internet exists.
exactly, the internet exists, so sometimes
they'll
like you
find
can't
out.
even
Yeah. I'm sure if there's like a wiki ever for you,
yeah.
first 3 lines is gonna tell everybody your name and where you're from.
Why would you
Yeah.
say wiki?
Just saying, man. Like,
Yeah. Like
I don't
even
totally figure it's bound to happen.
yeah, even like how small you think like your channel is. Sometimes like there's a wiki, like the short I sent you of Philly and his friends, and in it also he's an artist. I forgot, so that might be also why it happened. But he said one day like some like survey person that like makes wiki pages or whatever came and talked to him, and he lied on how tall he was, and he was like, "No, look it up right now." And they looked it up, and his height was like 6'1" or 6'2". Philly is like my height.
Yeah, he's like five something.
You can tell by looking at him like he's not that tall. So they looked it up. They're like, bruv. Well, like they have these things, and like this podcast I used to listen to religiously is called Horrible Decisions, and spelled whore like how it is, and they don't go by their real names in the thing. It's not their real names, and especially at the time when they started, they worked in corporate America, but eventually their podcast kicked off. They were like, "Okay, this is our
Fuck
job."
corporate.
Exactly.
Probably
Okay.
shouldn't say that out loud.
It's okay. You're learning the bleep, so you're gonna learn to bleep stuff out.
I want to know.
Okay, so yeah, my name's Charlie. I don't have a lot going on right now, but currently working as a process tech. I like tech, so my buddy everybody here I work with. He had an idea for a podcast. My brother had an idea for a podcast, and I like setting shit up. So like, fuck it, let's try it. Let's see how it goes. So here we are. I'm a part-time gamer, part-time alcoholic.
I feel like that
He
one-
said
I feel like
part-time,
that one
maybe.
should be a full-time.
I mean, I would love to be a full-time alcoholic, but
Not love.
life gets in the way. Fucking life. If only I said that shit to the side for a second. Yeah. So,
I feel like I didn't say enough in mine then.
well, I figured you was gonna come back.
That wasn't the plan. I was just keeping, but that was not the plan. But so what's your name?
Hi, I'm Kayla.
Hi, Kayla.
Yeah,
Hi.
there's the phone voice, the customer service voice.
I want it to be loud. I didn't know what else to say. You said so much. I was like, I didn't know what to say.
I only
after,
said those
so I
things
just-
because you said you had a whole thing for you right?
No, but that is good though. I thought it was good. And then if you started like that, especially for your first episode or something like that, and then Keith does the same thing right after, it would be good.
Yeah. I kind of want to tailor it more to how yours is. I would like to list my other ventures, personal ventures, or maybe even a social media tag where you can find my ventures through that way. I like the way, like you said, having something scripted for that.
Yeah.
At least if I write it and then I read it a couple times, I'll memorize it, so I won't
Yeah.
have to read it.
Eventually you don't need to look at it, because obviously you don't want to. With anything. I was always like that with presentations with school. They always tell you write down what you're gonna say. It's fine. You can look down at your scripts or your whatever you wrote down to do the presentation. And I would never look down.
But you would write it?
I would write it and it would be there, and I would either never look down and look at it, or I would look at it too much. There was no in between. Ma'am, I did not go to art school. Okay, I don't know how to just look at my audience and do this. And I'm that's not where we are.
See, that's where I believe that it's gonna be a semi hot take. I believe schools should have. There should be throughout your schooling, you should have 3 improv classes.
Boo this man!
You should have 1 in elementary school, 1 in middle school, 1 in high school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do you mean? Sorry, thought I was about to burp.
Mandatory?
Mandatory. I know.
There we go. So, do you mean I burped? Do you mean improv, or do you mean extracurriculars?
I mean improv.
Okay.
I mean full on yes and type improv. So that way, one, you understand, yeah, exactly. But you understand adaptability, and also you're able to be yourself no matter what is going on around you in front of people. That's the hardest thing, is that it has to be, that it's in front of people.
I don't want to do that now. Let alone 15 years ago when I really didn't want to get up and even answer the answer problem on the board.
Exactly. That's the point. That is exactly the point.
I was gonna say
I'm sorry. 25 years ago, not 15.
You don't have to lie to yourself. It's 15.
It feels 15. Only because I erase my memory.
You can lie to the people.
I'm not gonna. I won't lie. Even if I try to lie, there's the internet.
There's the internet.
It'll tell me.
So, someone want to describe Scrabble, since I've never done this? I think I know the gist of it, but
It's been a while since I played myself. I believe, like any card game, the person to the left of the who whatever goes, and you try to create the biggest word you can in the middle of the screen that goes through the are.
Yep.
Um,
All words have to attach.
can they go diagonal? I can't remember.
No, it cannot.
It can only go up and down.
Only up and down. Nothing right. But it has to be.
It has to be red.
So if it's facing you, it has to be red from right. No, sorry, left to right. It has to be readable
okay.
from left to right. Excuse me. You can't put something right to left.
Right.
Which I wonder if we should put it like this instead.
I'm open to all things.
That seems nice.
Very, very,
Oh, that is quick.
Oh shit.
You don't have to wait on me.
Oh yeah. At first, when you said starts personal left, I was like, man, that's me. I'm new
Yeah,
here.
that's you. That's you. Go ahead. And then however many letters you end up using,
Yeah.
you always go back to 7.
Yeah, like I knew that had you have to add more with as many you take out, right? So.
If you end up making a word with all of your letters, that is considered bingo. Bingo is worth 50 points.
Got you. Okay.
I was
What was wrong? What'd I do?
You're gonna, it has to be like that because all of them are facing down like this.
Oh,
So
right. I
whatever
forgot
you're
you
gonna
turned
do-
it.
Where you're gonna
Sorry, I'm being all like ADD about it.
I didn't realize that.
So I have 4.
Okay.
So there wasn't anything for starting. For starters, I thought it was an extra like you get an extra like
Nope.
something oblique or something.
Nope.
I don't know.
So what he asked in the car, because we were talking about something, and he said, "So what is the male equivalent of a push-up bra?" And at first, I answered and said, like one of those, that thing like underwear guys have that have like a cup in the middle. I was like, I guess a jock strap. Yeah, I guess that could be the equivalent. Or I said, or a toupee could be the equivalent of a push-up bra.
Shit. Okay. Equivalent to a push-up bra. So the problem with that is a push-up bra is something that's somewhat worn by the female quite often because you can't really wear a push-up bra and not like wear one day and not wear it the next because it's like
Yeah.
it matters.
That's like what I was saying to him. I was like, I never understood that. Like, I've always said that to girls that I know that would wear. I'm like, what is the point? Because if you go home with that guy, or if you go, or like if you do something with that guy, he's going to realize your tits aren't a C cup; they're an A cup.
Yeah. Initially, I wanted to say a sock in the drawers would be like the equivalent because I've never done it, but I have seen guys put like a sock in there to make their shit look a little more, pronounced. But that's
never
not,
heard of this.
not really something you can do every day.
Right.
I don't know what the. I feel like guys don't have an equivalent to that. Toupee would probably be.
Yeah. Like,
'cause
what's the fake out?
You're definitely going to use that every. Like, if you use it once, you're going to use it almost every day. There's no way for you not to.
I guess like I feel like not all girls like would do it all the time because it also depends like what she's wearing because she could be wearing a dress that really like pushes her up. It makes her look like more than what she is. Oh, you're looking at yours.
Still a push up though. Of
Yeah.
sorts.
Right.
She didn't have to wear it that day because the dress did it.
Oh, you need more. How many did you use?
3.
No, you used 4.
What?
No,
You
he
made the
used
word
3.
posh.
No, I used your.
Oh, right, my S.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I would say the toupee is a good one. It's not maybe as fancy or as nice as.
I would say nowadays guys who do like Sharpie to make a beard or something like that.
Ew.
Guys like
That
that.
just made me feel gross.
You don't like to color it in a little bit?
That's nasty.
No, but they'll like make a full beard using like Sharpie, and it's bad enough that they'll go to like a barber and he'll do it and even make a full fade and everything to match.
I have seen
That's
the
wild.
like the lace beards put on there.
That too, yeah.
I'm like,
I remember girls starting to say, I was like, no, I need to take you to a pool on the first date. It was like, what is this?
It's I thought about it because like my right here is thin. I was like, if I ever to start balding, it's all going. I'm not no toupees, baby, nothing.
It's like just shed it,
Michael
just
Jordan.
shave it. Yeah.
Milk bit.
Just take it all off.
Have to.
Sir, if you don't
It's too
choose.
I'm so tempted to just.
This was a game you wanted to play.
It is, and I got shit letters.
Dang.
I'm really tempted to actually trade in a letter and then forgo my turn.
It's an option.
Yeah, I was about to say, because the most I've done, I've
That's
played
what
like
I'm
the mobile version of Scrabble. Because I was about to say, I'm like,
Oh,
can
it's
you
not
switch
too
it
bad.
out like you can do in the mobile game?
But I would be skipping my turn.
So you want all of them or one?
Hand me a
You want
letter.
to choose your
Just
poison?
one?
You want to choose your poison?
It has to be random.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Still
has to be
chose it.
random.
Whatever.
That's
do you
not
f-
as bad.
How do you feel about the memory game?
Can you describe it to me? I may not know what it's
So it's
called.
like you have I don't know 20 matches of cards, and you just randomly put them in a square.
Oh,
and you just, like,
yeah.
flip them.
I love those.
Hardest shit ever for me. I
love
don't
those.
know what.
What'd you say?
It's your turn.
Oh, right,
Oh,
because your
sorry.
turn was skipped. Sorry. Let's see.
I've never heard of this memory game, by the way.
Yes,
What?
you probably just don't know the title. You've done it and seen
There's-
people do it before.
Definitely.
You didn't know there was a
Yeah.
name for it.
I didn't know it was named Memory Game either until I went to Amsterdam and they had it in the coffee house. I was like, "The fuck is that?" And my wife was like, "Oh, put that on." We played against each other, and every time we would go back to the coffee house, we play that game.
Hmm.
And she would spank my ass because I have no short term memory.
Oh. Oh.
So you basically flip a card over and you're like, "Oh, this is the butterfly." I remember the butterfly being here. You flip it, it's like,
yeah,
"Fuck,
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
stone." And you have to flip both of them back.
Gotcha. If I could pick, I would have picked.
What do you mean?
Oh, you wanted to use
If I
the
could
H?
pick, I wanted an A. That's all I wanted.
An
I
A.
wanted one A.
That's a double letter score.
Yes,
It's
that's
just a
double
1,
letters.
but still.
So that's 8.
So it's 8.
So it's 8 points for Kayla.
How many did I just put down? 3.
Charlie?
Okay, we have to remember to keep the conversation going. That's the point.
This is whoever it's not turning is.
Yeah.
So, damn, Charlie?
Nice.
It's just triple letters.
No, it's a long word.
Oh.
So I was like, nice. My dad also loves like games like this. Like he plays it religiously. There was even one point. Well, he plays on mobile. He plays it like religiously, and there was one point he said he was playing. What's that comedian's name? It's a little short man's name.
Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart. Yeah, I almost said Cat Williams. I was
I
like,
was
not
gonna
that
say-
K.
I was gonna say
I was like, I know it's not that K. And I was like, keep messing around. You're going to end up in a special. Keep playing. And he was like, this man is terrible. I'm whooping him left and right. I was like, keep playing. You're going to end up in a special. Never play around with a comedian, all right? You're going to end up in a special. All right? He going to say your full name, too.
Not the full name.
Exactly. I'm like, they don't care.
Hey, you know, any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, but like he works government, so like he wouldn't want to be named out like that.
Oh no, that's not. That's
Sorry,
not
I'm being all
fair.
ADD. Like, get it easy.
No, I stringed it up too, and I was like, can I get 4 cards? 4.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Are they cards? What are they? Tiles?
Tiles.
4? Yeah, you're right. Why do some of them feel bigger
Wait a
than
minute.
others? Weird.
Yeah, they are. What is going on here?
It's like someone was in
Oh,
here
they were
shaving
trying.
some off.
They returned.
Okay.
So they're not exactly square. Okay.
Mm-mm.
What?
I need to look up a word.
Oh no, he about to pull out a big word. He's like, actually, I think I can do that ostentatious word that we used to.
Oh, fuck.
I learned the other day. I try to do that like whenever I'm reading a book. I always like especially like because you learn that like when you're little, like when you start reading bigger books, your teacher's like, if you don't know a word, make sure you look it up. Okay, bye. So like now, like when I'm reading on my own, are you laughing?
I'm over here.
How many do you need, by the way?
4.
So like whenever I'm reading,
Nope, sorry, 3.
if I don't know a word, I'll either like take a screenshot of it if I'm reading an ebook or if I'm reading on my phone. If I'm reading a physical book, I'll like look it up and like write it down somewhere. I'm like, I do not know that word. That's a big word for me. It just kind of like stays in my head like, bro, what is that word? And like you kind of like sometimes depending on it, like you figure it out by context clues. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep, that's how I normally do it. Because if I have to look it up, I'm like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
you
so
remember-
easily distracted.
Did you remember to add yours? Or do you
Yeah,
know
I
what it
did.
was?
I did.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, I guess I can take this from you on your turns. Excuse me.
Is it on me? Okay. It's not on
Nah,
me.
it's me,
it's not.
sorry.
Because I was not paying attention.
I know, like, I was, and then I remembered. I was like, ooh, I gotta get him some tiles. And then I forgot.
So going back to what Kayla had initially, like, asked.
Oh, the question.
Yeah.
What was the question?
It was the male equivalent to
Yeah. Yes. Damn, that was a hard one. That was
the
a good
push-up
one.
girls. Yeah. I had said
You said the same
gray
thing, it sounded-
sweatpants.
Huh?
I said gray sweatpants.
Oh, right.
Okay, yeah.
And then you said that. I was thinking more of answers that would be like the equivalent to what a push-up is. Like, it's a fake out. It's to make you think that I'm bigger than what I am. Obviously, I've never done that before. But, you know, like, push-up bras are a fake out. You know, it's for you to walk outside and feel better about... It's for a girl to walk outside and feel better about what they have than what they actually are. You know what I mean? So I was thinking of the male equivalent. Like, what would a male do to make themselves feel better? Or, better yet, even like a man buying a truck, knowing, well, he doesn't match the truck,
Wait a minute.
overcompensating for something
Wait a minute.
in a way
You're
that
gonna
matches.
piss a lot of people off with that one.
This isn't going live. This is practice. Unless you guys decide it. It was like, be mad at me if you want to. Is that not the equivalent? Because then,
No, that's true. That's true.
is that not the equivalent? Because a male will be mad. He brings a girl home. It's like, you're actually an A cup. Well, probably won't care for it that much. You know, dudes don't really care. What? Oh, I was about to say, I was like, no.
Don't mind me.
You know, dudes don't actually care that much, really. It's just the women, like, we care, you know. But then, like, a woman be pissed off, you get out of your truck, and you're actually my height. Like, what are you doing in that truck? And then they get you home, they're like, that does not match the truck. I thought, you know, so it's like, in a way, that matches, right? It's a cop-out.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
But that's why I also felt
Yeah,
like
I know,
the,
I couldn't.
I felt like the toupee also is kind of like a
The
fake
toupee
out.
is
That's a
very
good fake
funny.
out one.
It's a very good one.
But I can.
I have a question. Sorry about Scrabble. Are you allowed to do shorthand of words?
I don't know, because I was like, what was that?
It depends on what the shorthand is.
Like if the shorthand is in the dictionary, it.
I feel like it's fair.
If the shorthand is in the dictionary, then yes.
We used to,
okay.
as a
Then
kid,
I don't
as a
think
family,
so.
we used to have like family game nights and we would say anything that's in the Webster's dictionary. Is fair game.
Yeah.
However, bootylicious is in the Webster's dictionary.
That's true. They did put it in the dictionary.
So
That's true.
That's crazy.
But yeah, no, I like stuff in your pants or what was I gonna say? Oh, I did hook up one time with a chick. She had a push-up bra. I didn't know it at the time. I was like, ooh, she's nice. Like, my ideal type. Not gonna go into detail.
Sorry, I have another question because I know this works in like mobile Scrabble. I'm sorry if I took you off your track. So if you make a word that goes into this boxed area, it has to be a word that, like, if this letter also has to be able to make a word with this one, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Sorry.
Oh, she about to like waffle stomp us.
No.
I have band the whole board together. Nice. Double word score too.
Word too.
Oh, so I get the score for On and Finn?
Double.
Oh,
Twice.
cool. Oh, wait, and is this on
So
something?
that's
Oh,
12.
no!
No, it is not.
Oh man, that's gonna.
No, it's not. I'm
Now
sorry.
you're gonna have to fix it.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna bother all of us. And I'm like, oh, fucked it up again.
And we, we got home to the place where one of us resided, and things got hot and heavy, and clothes came off, and eventually the bra came off, and I was like, oh. This all took like 2 seconds in my head. I was like, oh, this is not what I thought of. Okay. Anyway, moving on, and but it was an initial disappointment, like, oh, that's
Right. It's just an initial I imagine as a man, it's just an initial disappointment type thing. Because, like, really as a man, like, you don't really care that much. It's just, like, when you initially saw them, you're like, dang, she got titties. But then, like, you get home, you're like, she don't have titties. For real. Oh, okay. That's fine. But, dang, that one cool. So it's just like, dang. Like, why'd you caught me out like that?
yeah, you just caught me off guard a little bit. That's like, if and then I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like that's not something that's on the forefront of someone's mind. It's like, I need to tell them I have a push-up bra, but it'd be nice.
Yeah,
that's
true.
like you follow right behind if you have kids or not.
Yeah.
But who's gonna divulge all that information in the first 6 months of your relationship?
I feel like the kid question is like, you should say that, you know what I mean? Like, that is something people should say, and I hope they do. Like, if they have kids and they're dating, like, I hope that you do say that. Some people have a rule, like, I don't want to tell them until, like, I don't know, the 10th date or 3rd or 6th or whatever like that. Like, I don't want them to have
10th
this.
date is crazy. Because you can have 10 dates in a year.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Or, like, depends, like,
10
how...
dates in half a year, depending on, what type of...
Yeah, it depends how much, like, you like each other. Like, your 10th date could come in a month. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But still, like, that other person's like, why didn't you tell me this
10
on my
dates
first
in
date?
a month is
Really
But-
like each other.
Yeah, you really like each other, or you live really close and you can. You know what I mean? Or, like, your schedule's wrong. You just never know.
You could be an apartment, next door neighbor type situation. You guys are always home.
Or you work together, so you know when you leave work. You know, like, hey, I'm not doing anything. Like, we can leave
Speaking
together or
of,
something like that.
Speaking
I
of,
plead the fifth.
no, not you. I follow this artist on Instagram named David. It's the whole thing is individual, but it's like I-N David you all, like in David you all. I like it.
But his name is David, but like his his name he puts on like Webtoon and Instagram is individual.
Mm-hmm.
So his name is in the middle.
Okay.
But he had put a you fucker. Anyway. Let me that's double. Yeah, that's the double. That was
Nice.
9, 2. So 2.
9. Sorry.
9.
Because that's a double one, right? And
It's
this is
a double
two?
word
Oh,
score.
I'm sorry.
So it's different. So that's what
So
2, 3, 4,
pinks are double words.
3,
Reds
and then
is
that's
triple
7. So 14.
word.
Oh damn!
Dark
Charlie?
blue is triple letter and light blue is double letter. All these words.
That's why I thought because the
These
red
rules.
is all red or
Triple
triple
word,
words. So the
yes.
first thing is red. No, it's pink.
No,
Nope,
it's just
pink.
But I thought the first one didn't count because it has that star on it.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, I just figured that one didn't count.
It's 40.
Shit, it's all messed up.
Yeah, it's gonna, now I'm gonna have to sit here and fuck with it until it's right, or at least.
We just gotta try and remember what it is before we put it down, so we don't have to keep lifting them.
Remember that thing I said about short-term memory?
Mhm.
I'm terrible.
You keep messing up this board.
So yeah, I would agree. I would agree. For the guys, it's not that. I mean, I feel for the girls too, because you might look at a package soft while it's yeah, it's not necessarily saying how big it is when it's
Yeah, sure.
So
Sorry, you
I
were
feel
about
like-
to talk about individual.
I was.
Yeah.
I did want Charlie to finish though. Finish it.
Sorry.
I think I was pretty much finished. Like it's like you can't really fake a female out with the. I feel like you can't fake a female out with this whole sock or padding or the whatever, because
Sure.
it's gonna
Yeah,
get
but-
bigger than what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good point. But
Like, unless she was really small.
Mm.
yeah, that's true. I've seen porns with guys that are like really small, and I was like, Jesus, bro, like I can't even insert myself into this because
Yeah.
it's like two females.
Damn, that's fucked. That's fucked up.
Oh, could I get 3 titles?
Sorry. Sure.
I know I
Sure.
picked this.
Yeah. You got regrets now.
I know I picked this, but like
Even when you picked it, I kind of sat there for a minute, like,
You
you
sure?
wanna do this?
We both said you sure.
I'm fucked, really.
You want to switch games?
No.
You want to keep trying to play it?
Gosh, this is...
Yeah, I also feel like this is another reason it's harder to have a conversation while playing Scrabble because you're
Mhm.
Yeah, this
Like-
is brain power,
yeah, like you're thinking about your next move, you're thinking about like what you're gonna do, and then if you're thinking too long, and that's like what I said, like when it was my first turn, you guys were quiet. We're like, you have to keep the conversation
it rolling.
going.
Yeah, I do see what you mean. I figured Scrabble would be good though because it's not that difficult to come up with words. The hard part is coming up on where to place those words. This mic is like all the way in the way. Mm-hmm.
I think you could put it over so it's on your right side, like close to your shoulder.
Like here?
I don't know, man. I was thinking, I don't know, it can't go that far.
Like up and out the way.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me, give it a... Like you mean it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what it can do. And then, like that.
Like that?
So that's not in your way, right?
I mean, that can work, yeah. Just push it up a little bit. I'm tempted to make this a 4, but that's not I don't think SAs will work. R.
I'm sorry. What did you just do? I was thinking about my move.
So I did arrows here,
Yeah.
and then I did say.
I don't see why you can't.
I don't see why I can't.
Yeah, because it makes a word. It's not messing with anything else.
House
They
rules,
make two
I don't
words.
have no idea. I honestly
Yeah.
do not fucking. There's no instructions in it, so we get to choose how the fuck we play.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Did you remember what they were on?
What do you mean?
What type?
I think one
they
is
are
a triple
underneath?
letter.
Yes, my.
I know that
liaison.
this is a triple letter.
I don't.
And then
No, nothing else is on it.
the other ones are gray. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go because I know what I'm doing. Because while he was doing it, I've been thinking the whole time. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Especially that I keep trying to think about what to do that is going to be on one of these. Like I don't want to do one that's on a blank. And I was like, I'm trying to get a good one, you know. Okay, so I know that's a triple letter spore.
By the
I'm gonna say
way,
here.
when
This a G.
when one letter,
G.
when a letter has a triple letter on, or like
Yeah.
has already used it,
Mhm.
then you don't get the same thing. You don't get the same thing.
Aww. I didn't know that. It's fine. Okay, so a G is... Oh, a 3. Okay, cool. Damn it, I fucked that up. So, 3, 4, 5,
Oh,
6.
Back to my question. So
I got it because you're talking.
in this,
I said 6, didn't I?
you didn't give me my letters. By the way. I need four.
Give me a minute.
But that's the amount. Those are the amount of letters there are.
No, I just did my score. What are you talking
No,
about?
I'm just saying these are the amount of letters there are. So like there
No.
are 9 E's, there are 2 B's, there are 2
Oh, I'm
C's.
sorry. A blank is a 2. Damn it, I had 26 before.
There are 2 blanks.
I see
Wait,
what happened.
No,
Okay.
yeah, I thought this was like so you know, because you said a blank is whatever you want it to be, and I said G, so I
Yes.
thought that's what that meant.
So that means that
Like, do I choose what the point system is for it, or is it 0?
no, I believe it's 0.
It's weird.
Yeah. So yeah, blanks have no. For the tile itself has
Oh,
no point value.
Yes.
Value.
oh,
Yeah.
oh. No one
So
told me
whatever
this.
whatever you want. Well, whatever. But you don't want your blank on your special tile, like special.
Correct. Yeah.
Placement,
'Cause then it's
because
just-
yeah.
Mm.
So David put out a very interesting question. It was
I'll pull it up for you.
essentially a female.
Ooh,
Oh wait. this
sorry,
would
I
be,
just thought of this.
What? Putting it up on the.
Yeah,
the big
it would
screen?
be perfect. This would be something perfect to put
What
up on the screen.
Fuck. Sorry.
You got bad ones
I
again?
got one hell of a spread.
This would be another good way to use the screen, kind of like if you need to look something up to put it up on the screen. Because I was just thinking to just show you it.
I wonder. I had to look this shit up.
Okay, well, if this isn't going to work out, we'll just tell you what the post says. Because...
Oh shoot! What I was gonna use them now is not gonna work.
Can't change it. Okay, so
Apparently,
do you want to tell him,
yeah.
like, word verbatim,
By
what
the
the
way,
post says?
apparently that is the Yiddish word for synagogue.
Okay.
I know.
How do you get out of this? I can't see the
I got
thing.
you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
what
like, I would
it
write
is.
you. I'm like,
How do I get back the?
The score?
There it is.
hmm?
Bitch, get your ass back here.
See, I was going to try to drag the top of the page down so you could either exit or Minimized it. There
I had to guess.
you go.
You have what? 2 points there? 3 points?
Yeah, did we ever add his from the
4
last
points? No, we did not. So he has
Dang.
4 points. He has 44.
You
Fuck
sure?
you, Charlie.
one?
Okay.
Is it 45?
No, it's 44.
Okay. Now, what was yours? You just did, right?
I did show.
Those are all ones, aren't they? Oh, wait, no.
No, he got a.
That's a
triple
4.
something.
I got a triple letter on the
Jesus.
each.
Triple letter?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Dang it.
I was so close to getting this.
You really wanted that one, huh?
I did.
That would have been crazy.
Ugh. That's like 30, 35. 19 plus 16, 35. So, the thing I've been trying to say for the past 10 minutes now is that essentially I guess she's like a corporate
Yeah.
type figure.
Yeah.
She ends up getting a new assistant, right? And she is, trying to figure out what he's like and whatnot, and asks if he ended up looking at any of the emails, and it turns out not only did he look at the emails, but he also set up a project review later on that day. She asks for additional information, and it not only turns out that he did his homework, but he did the extracurriculars on top of the homework. So he did above and beyond. She is having a very hard time keeping herself together because this is extremely attractive to her. But she is also his superior. Oh,
I did it again.
I just saw it go green again.
Yeah.
Is it the whole screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what that is. I don't.
So
Sit here and mess with it tomorrow.
the question is, should she not mess with her bag, get her man, or keep testing out the vibes? Me personally, I was between get your man and keep testing out the vibes. Because if this is how you want your significant other to be, then why not? But there's also a big difference between him doing his job really well and him catering toward you and your needs.
I'm just going with my first
I
option.
would say.
Not a full option.
What were the three? I know get your man and feel out the vibes, and what was?
Don't mess with your bag.
Don't mess with your bag.
Yeah? Okay. Why do you say that?
That's a double word score. I did full.
Bro, I was gonna light that.
The
joint
blank
up.
is
I was gonna
full.
walk away with at least 30 points on that.
For
one.
real? I'm sorry.
I'm so glad you did it. I'm so glad you did it.
Frick. Okay. But yeah, no. Get your. Don't fuck your bag up. Before,
6.
I would have been like,
Yeah,
test the water, see where it goes. Be flirty. It's the chase. It's the fun part. Whatever.
Oh
But
no, please don't tell me what I think you're gonna
now
tell
I'm
me.
like, fuck that shit, dude. Like, if he doesn't show interest, I would say don't
fuck it up.
Yeah, because that might just be how he is in his job. He might be trying to impress you as his superior boss or whatever. But that's just gonna get super old real fast for him. If he can't deal. Okay. how he is at work is not necessarily how he is at home.
What is that, by the way?
Full. The blink is enough. So, and in the post, it does say that the guy does say, it was like, he is kind of feeling her as well.
Yes. Oh wait, it's your turn.
The thing is, I'm not sure that is how he's gonna be in his love life.
I was thinking that too.
And if you really, I would not go into it thinking that's how he's gonna be with you, because that is a very tiring. It's exhaustive. It's to do that at home and at work for the same person who's
Right.
going to expect that same level of.
They expect that all the time. Because
Yes.
this is your check. That's different. So, when I seen it, I said, I said to test the waters. Because I think in the post, it's like, been here for about a week or something like that. I would say to keep waiting, test the waters, like, because a lot of people, they meet their spouse at work. You know what I mean? Even when like you're not supposed to. Like, she may have been your senior, whoever it is. He may have been the senior. It's like sometimes that is how you find your wifey. That's how you found your hubby, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like keep testing the waters. Make sure like it's worth the risk of your job. You know what I mean? Like, if you find out that is how he is at home or whatever. Because I think in the post it also said like, oh, I like how punctual he is or stuff like that, because he got the job of her personal assistant. So one of the things he had to keep in mind for is like he did all the work. He was hired, like that was his first day. He did all these things as well as already scheduled her mani-pedi with her best friend for later in the day. She was like, oh, okay.
I don't think that is going to work out. I don't. That is. No. No, I don't think that's going to work out, because this is something he's being paid to be this meticulous. In his private life, he's not going to. I don't feel like he's going to be taking the time out of his day to be doing that throughout the day. He's going to be more looking to what he wants to do.
Fuck, Charlie.
What happened?
You're winning. He's like, I just can't catch up.
Oh no, I'm catching up. After losing that turn was rough.
Yeah, I
But-
kept looking at the score like, why is he so behind us? And I kept forgetting you lost the turn.
They gave it up. But I mean, she hasn't, from what I could tell, information, she's not had troubles in her past in the love life, or maybe she has. Go for it, but I would say don't fuck with it, man.
Yeah.
What's 17 plus?
I feel like it also, I know you're talking to yourself, right? I know you're not asking me for math help.
52.
Like you said, like you never know, like what that person is like if you had problems like in your love life or anything like that. Because in the post, it is a black woman who's obviously like a CEO or like in a corporate setting, and that happens to a lot of women, especially black women or women of color. If they're too put together, they have too much going on, and they own something, or if they're the CEO or corporate or something like that, dudes don't want anything to do with them. There's that's what they say, and they're like, I can't get no one to date me because once I tell them what I do, they go running. It's like, damn, it's crazy. Or they get put in that box of, oh, she went the take care of her bag and worried about like her career stage and didn't start a family, doesn't have a husband or anything like that. And I was like, or maybe it's because men like you don't want me because I decided to go towards my career instead of start a family or something like that. Maybe I wanted that, but like these men didn't go. So I'm like, if I know, like if that's my homegirl and I know like things have been hard for her, and she likes this guy at work, I probably like test the waters, but nothing wrong with trying to see if this works out for you, especially like how you know what their history with dating has been like.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
what
like
type of personality, just because that's
Yeah.
how they are at work does not mean that's how
I
they
will
Yeah.
also say, I need to.
Yeah, I'm like looking, trying to count.
No.
You already counted yours.
HR would have to be
Yes.
involved
They would have
Very
to be
much so.
notified.
Like-
Yeah.
Very much so.
immediately.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And usually what happens in those situations is they will try to separate
Mm.
work-wise. And then,
Correct.
so you know.
Damn. X's are an 8.
Yeah.
Nice. And I get it because it's hard to make a word out of an X, and I'm guessing a Q
God.
is pretty high too.
Yeah,
Haven't
I
gotten
was
a
gonna use
Q.
Q is.
Oh, that's what you're gonna use there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I'm guessing a Q would be high too because there's only so much you can do with a Q. All right, dang, I'm actually so sorry.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is
What
it?
to do? What to do?
No.
So
Is it my turn?
no,
I think it's fine. Yeah.
I'm saying here
I wanted to.
dogging.
Did you want to ask him his opinion on the other post, the one that I thought you were going to talk about?
Oh, the financial one.
Yeah. Here, because you actually have to look at that one verbatim.
Okay. So, I know you're not much of a Bible person, but you are very much you're very much a finance person. Like you understand finances.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Side note, real quick. If any of you make a word with that X starting with it, just hands off to one of you. Because I'm like, I looked over, I'm like, ooh, look at that corner. I was like,
Yeah.
he put that X there. What
Yeah,
would
most
you
certainly
do?
did.
And it's not long enough for like xylophone or nothing. So I'm
No.
like,
I'm looking at it, I was like, yeah, fuck that X. I was looking at
Right.
the L. I'm like, the L's nice.
if someone figures that out, bro, good for you.
Oh, yeah, you didn't ask me.
Okay. So the post is, I'm gonna give. So, one side is they're all by the way, all of these characters are named after colors. It's called humans, spelled HUEMANS.
Yeah, he has a webtoon called Humans, and a lot of his posts coincide with the webtoon as well.
Mm-hmm. It's very good though. I am very
Yeah.
excited to see what happens with them. But these two, it's Bert and Amber. I know.
Mm-mm.
I know. So, Bert says, we have to be wiser with our money. If we want to reach our goals, we can't spend on everything we want.
Okay, I just saw that one on the screen.
Yes, you did.
Oh, well, I saw that.
Right, you saw the beginning part. And Amber says you're allowing fear and finances to rule over everything. Bert says that's not it. I just want to make sure we have enough money for a rainy day. The word says anyone who doesn't provide for their loved ones, and especially their husband or their household, has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. So I'm just trying to lead us well and make sure we stick to our budget right now. Amber says, I understand that, but I believe you're moving in fear of tomorrow instead of faith that God will provide, or that faith that God will provide. But it also says, therefore do not be anxious, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what we shall wear? For the Gentiles seek after all these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them all. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things will be added to you. So I hear what you're saying, but I think you're prioritizing the wrong things. Our money should be a tool, not a tyrant.
Oh wait, I can still put that there.
Herb
Sorry,
says,
ignore me.
all I'm saying is, no one knows tomorrow, so we should be prepared. The current budget helps us do that. And Amber
Don't
said,
fuck my word up. I knew it.
I'm sorry.
and Amber says, yeah, No one knows tomorrow. That's why we should live today. Nothing wrong with a little splurging. Your phone really does not like people.
What's wrong?
I
It has a
mean,
30-second timeout. So
30
if you
seconds
don't
is crazy.
touch it, it's 30 seconds.
Mine's on 15.
Who is right and who is wrong?
Oh, didn't the question say something else?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, so
So
is Perp right? Like, should you save that money, or is Amber right? It's okay to splurge.
Now, when I first read through it, damn, not the triple.
Oh my God.
words.
Go ahead, keep talking. I'll count.
2, 3, 4,
Never
5,
mind.
15. Look at you. So, at first, I was on, like, I remember very, very, very well. I was more so on the side of Amber. Like, there's nothing wrong with a bit of splurging, nothing wrong with, doing, like, things here and there and everywhere. Like, that's great. However, don't tell me you're going to do Quid.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Dang.
you were gonna have a word, bro.
Over there,
You were
yeah.
gonna have
I'm
a
gonna play with
that
it.
shit was gonna be nasty. That's still double, so that's 21 to. That's still 24 points, fucker.
I got it. You're talking. I got it. You're talking.
How I feel like they're both right.
That's what I was thinking.
I
man.
feel like it's gonna come down to them and their relationship and what's most important to them. They're in their the structure of their relationship and what it is they're working for and how serious they are working for it. If it's just a light goal for the rainy day and they have something there and they hey, go ahead and spend it. But if it's a true fear of theirs, it's something they're worried about, then stack the money up until you're confident and feel good about where you are to where you can make purchases like that where it's not a big deal. I am more of a fuck it, go ahead and get it.
See, I thought about putting something there too. It was either that corner or this corner I was looking at. Okay, so that was
Triple
leg,
word.
and that was a triple word.
12.
Can't read the numbers from here.
So I'm at 64.
Thanks.
But yeah, initially I was on the side of Amber, especially after getting, getting micron levels of money. And now that, especially since I was, living with my parents at the time. So I really, I had the entire check to just go ahead, splurge, and have some fun. But now, I'm not living with my parents.
Yeah, that changes
It
things.
does. And the micron levels of money that I was so excited to have was gone real fast. So it's like, oh, I can't have as much fun anymore. Oh no.
He said, "Oh no."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that.
I said the same thing as you. I said they're both right, because I'm also on this the side of, hey, if you have the money, buy that thing you want. Like, if you have extra money to have, all your bills are paid, you did like all the things you were supposed to do, all your responsibilities, and you still have money left over, especially lots of money left over, that you're able to get that thing that you want. Yeah, why not? But also, like, of course, don't overdo it. Like you said, like we said, like, we don't order out a lot, because we used to, and we're like, what are we doing? And it was especially like we have food in the house. It's like, what are you doing, like, ordering food that often? You know what I mean? It's like, what are we doing? Like, we have food at the house. And it's like, yeah, just like, don't overdo it or anything like that. That's why, like, so recently for my birthday, like, Keith took me out. He said, choose any store. You got $100 budget. We're gonna go out. And at first, I was like, the bookstore? He was like, no. He was like, I was like, okay, Target. He was like, no. Choose somewhere else. He was like, God. He was like, you should be the bougiest person I know. I didn't turn you into a housewife. Your answer was the bookstore? Kayla, do better. And I was like, dang, you're right. I really don't. I haven't shopped in a while like I used to. And like I said, I am bougie. I am. I don't care. And damn, I'm trying to remember the whole thing of what I said. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Yeah, I should. Like, one of the reasons I stopped because I was like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? And to top it off, I'm sorry, is it my turn? I'm talking all like, oh my god.
Yes,
Oh, but take your time because I'm struggling.
And top it off, like one of the reasons I stopped shopping, especially, well, one of the reasons of just like not having the money to shop, was I stopped once like realizing it. I stopped shopping on like fast fashion type stores and stuff like that. But then like the alternative to fast fashion is like stores that cost more. Like even like small businesses kind of like they cost more than like a fast fashion type store. So it's just like, what do I do? You know, and I don't know how I got here actually. What were we talking about? We were talking about spending, right? So, oh, I got it. I remember now. So, like, my thing with like shopping is sometimes, it's like when I have the money, I'm like, ooh, I can go buy that thing that I've wanted for the past 8 months, but I didn't have the money to do it. And then I'm there and I'm like, ooh, that thing or that thing. I was like, no, we were gonna get one thing. Excuse me. But in my brain, I'm like, but I haven't shopped in like 2 years. What's the problem? Get one more. You know, so like that's also my problem with like being in the middle. Is like my brain is like, yeah, but you don't treat yourself enough.
Yeah.
Buy
Which
another
is
thing.
True.
Yes, yes, it is true. I'm like, yeah, but you don't do like that one thing. You know, just buy the other thing. And then I also have this like weird rule in my head, and I think I got it from my mom, which is also like weird. Is that oh, it's dark out. Um, I hate buying one thing when I go to a store. So even if I'm gonna like go somewhere and be like, just buy the one thing, I'll be like, that's weird. Like I came here, like I drove all this way, came to the store,
We need to
walk around and just
normalize
one thing.
buying just one thing. I will die on this hill.
I
It sounds like you have some situations. Have you spent like extra time in the store because you only had one thing to get?
I'm just gonna
Yes.
do this because
Yes.
She would just go ahead.
Damn, how come every time?
that's crazy.
Block a word of like the same.
We're syncing up. That's the problem.
Shit, forgetting me. How do you help Charlie?
Oh, I'm
not
sorry. I don't know.
Damn,
I think it's because I'm across from him and I'm seeing it. I'm trying not to look at you, obviously, because then I can see your thing. So I'm not looking that way. But he's across from me, so I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh yeah, he needs such and such. Like, you literally have to say it for me to remember you. Obviously, the word is wags, because that's a G. And that the S is a double letter.
Took it for me.
4, or sorry, 2, 3, 7. Look at you.
7. And you need...
2.
Oh, yeah. Oops. I was like, what? No.
I was gonna cry. So many tears. Oh.
Ooh, nice. I didn't think that would be a letter with a higher score. Wow. I thought it would be only like letters that would be like super hard to make a word out of, and I don't consider that a letter that's super hard.
Oh.
That's cool though.
Fuck.
I have a J.
It's not.
It's the same as an
Convenient,
X.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why I'm like, I didn't expect it to be an 8.
Oh yeah, I only maybe thought it was 6.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like,
Sorry. Realizing things.
also, apparently we're, even though like the game has become like kind of rough to do and talk, just like Keith was realizing, we're running out of letters.
Oh,
You said, "Ooh, thank goodness."
I would say I'm more of a like fuck it, go ahead and get it. There was a thing I saw one time where it was like you shouldn't buy anything unless you can buy 2 of them.
Ooh.
And
Mm.
that's basically you pay that money into like your savings. This the second one.
No, I get it, because it's like, even if you have the excess money for it, can you buy 2 of those? Like, can you buy 2 Louis bags? You got enough to buy 2 Louis? Or whatever it is. Like, I just thought about this because my mom and I were in some store. I think it was Dillard's. And that's where they have, like, their own Gucci store inside of Dillard's. And they have their own Louis store inside of it. And she was like, I've never been inside of a store. And we walked in, and she liked this bag. She was like, I could buy it. Like, I have the money to do it. But I'm like, do I like it that much? I was like, yeah, that's true. Because it's like, I was like, I don't know about you, but my mama taught me don't buy something unless you love it. And, of course, if you have the money for it. So that's also a good rule. So it was like, can you buy 2 Louis bags? Even the smallest of them. Can you buy 2 of those? Because if you can't, maybe you shouldn't be buying it.
Yeah.
What always, like, had me growing up is, like, hearing about adults that would be out in the club. So there was a song. I don't remember the song name. It was like, you out in the club and didn't pay your bills. Like, you ain't got money for the bills, but you came to the club. And I was like, who does that? Like, me as, like, a kid who's never been to a club before. And I'm like, that sounds stupid. Who does that? I was like, that's what y'all do? What? And, like, still as an adult, I'm just like, I would never do that. I was like, if I can't pay my bills, if I don't have the money to put my gas, if I don't have the gas to put my car to even get there, what am I doing in the club? Even if I didn't have to pay cover to get in there, what are you doing?
Having fun.
Yeah, I get it. It's just not me.
Trying to get that D. Or
Wait, you can do that?
Or P.
Oh, you're putting it somewhere. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. It has to be connected. I was like, what are you doing?
Out there. It's fine. Don't worry
Right.
about it.
Do you remember what it was? Was it one of these colored?
It was.
Am I tripping?
I think it was just a double letter.
Okay, I'm tripping.
So 6, 8. Charlie is.
See, I really wanted to do something from this way to kind of like give us room to.
But just couldn't come up with nothing.
I feel like food. Should we order something?
I mean, it's 8:30.
I know. I just looked at the time. I was like, no wonder I'm hungry. And we've only eaten once today.
Damn. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's damn. So do you guys normally go to sleep later?
Oh, it's not even that. Just because, like, usually, like, when I take a walk, I'll just have, like, depending on what I have, you know, like, if I have a granola bar or something like that at the house, I'll do that. Or, like, a thing of fruit. I'll eat that, and then I'll take my walk, come back, and then actually eat a meal. But I took so long to try and get him out of bed that we didn't even take our walk till 12 or 1 o'clock. And then when we got back, it was like, we both ended up, like, on our computers for a bit, and then showered.
Oh yeah, that's when I was.
And then we
watching
ate.
the last episode.
And then he also got distracted doing
And I
that.
also got distracted.
Last episode.
The last episode.
Last time we were here,
Oh.
that's when he was, like, listening to it.
Gotcha. I was
So-
thinking Airbender.
But no, it wasn't even that. It was just like, they just got away from us. And we just didn't end up eating till later. We don't usually go to bed late anymore. We don't.
God,
He's
no, because
yeah.
I'm so tired.
tired. Especially with, like, this weird schedule they got you on now. Like, before, when you had, like, a normal schedule, you worked, like, Monday through Friday, and you had the weekend off.
So nice.
Yeah, we would stay up. Especially back then, before I had this job, my sleep schedule, like, messed up from not working. I didn't fall asleep till about 2 a.m. anyway.
I'm so sorry.
So, and now.
I am so sorry. Because it was partly my fault. Partly.
Oh.
What are you doing, sir? Keeping her awake?
Pretty much.
Oh, yeah. Because, like,
I need to.
he's, yeah, no, I looked at yours and I looked over. I was like, oh, I missed both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Please give me
yeah,
some
because on the one hand, I just wasn't tired. Because, like, during the day, like, I'm just mostly cleaning. I'm not like doing something that's like making me tired. Like I'm mostly cleaning. I'm not doing anything that's making me like exhausted or anything. So I fell asleep about 2. I'm just up. You know what I mean? I'm just up. Whatever. I didn't like it because I'm a morning person, so I'm gonna wake up early anyway. Like unless I actually did do something the day before, I'm like, man, I didn't wake up till about noon. I hate this. No, yeah, cause like kind of like end up keeping me up, especially if it was his weekend, because like I wanted to spend time with him so badly because I didn't get to see him during the week. I would just be like, oh, I'm gonna stay up. I'm here with you to the end of the line. I'm up. Also, is it my turn? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
It is, yes.
Oh, it is.
It is.
Oh,
Because I did man
Oh,
slash
true.
chrono. Which apparently is a thing at the bottom of a manhole cover.
Wait, is Anna a word?
It is.
Oh.
I looked it up.
You're allowed to do that?
The whole...
look up
Oh.
stuff.
Yeah.
You can on the phone version.
No, that's why I'm like, is he allowed to be doing this?
House rules. We do whatever we want.
It did it again.
It's got.
Dead.
I'm so glad it's not my turn. But
I have an idea for
I mean,
something.
I do have
I'm just
one
like,
too, but I know you're gonna like jump right in there, so I'm not even looking.
you
at
know
it.
what? What area are you thinking
Nah,
about putting
it's
it at?
fine. It's the whole point. Actually, I have 2 places I can go.
Okay.
I only have one. I'm fucked if that doesn't work out.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it,
Maybe it's 3.
Nice. Whatever. I'll just go with my original. Actually, I have to make sure this is in the dictionary first. I think it is. Yeah, I was just like trying to think of something better.
yeah, same. It's like, all right, I have a word, but what can we? We need to put some stuff on the board.
Yeah, we haven't done like super long. Like the longest word.
Thinking that too, I was
It's
like, I haven't
5
done
letters.
any long words.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't read, like I don't know long words. I was like, I haven't done any long ones. I'm like looking at what I got and looking at the board. I'm like, can I even? Can
By the
I
way,
even?
Where you put bang, I was gonna put berry.
Ooh.
That was gonna be
Ooh.
a juicy
Yeah,
one.
that was gonna be nice.
That
Right, because your Y would have been where the pink is at.
Ah.
I know you were mad.
I was heated.
You were like, I could just outline him. I could outline him right now. Yeah, I said I was just gonna do it, didn't I?
Yep.
It's like,
you
forget it.
did. Go on.
Son of a.
I said to say it. Look, you made me move stuff.
Oh, we both were eyeing that word.
Oh, for real?
Actually, she did good though. She freaked it. She did more than I would have gotten out of it. But damn,
Actually, I don't remember what this was.
triple letter. Damn.
Fuck, that's 20,
24 off the bat.
24, 5,
Let's see.
26.
Jumped
Fuck,
out there.
Kayla.
She
My
jumped
first
out
time
there.
playing, too.
76.
Tell me I got what I want. Dang.
You
I have an idea
you
for
know
something, but I
how
don't have
I'm
the
like,
letters.
I love the fact that I have an intelligent wife.
I remember you saying something.
He
about
said,
that.
at this point in time,
At this
I
point in
take
time,
it back.
No, I'm not a fan.
He said,
I'm
I
not a
take
fan
it
of this.
all back. Yeah, we really like. What is the longest word again? It's 5 letters.
5
5
letters.
letters, yeah.
Where is it? I think it's hairs.
Sure.
Except
Where
I
is
like how there's.
we're all looking. We're like, no, there's 2.
I like how there's fixed.
it? Oh, there's pivot.
Pivot
Wait,
is also 5 letters.
fix is on here twice.
Yeah,
Is
because
it?
this
can't
is
do that.
full. There's fix, and then there's fix again.
Oh, it can't be on there twice. I did not realize.
Yeah, no, we can.
No, I'm sorry. I was asking. It was a question. Can you put a word up twice? Because you can't
I
do
don't
that
see
on
why not.
mobile.
I don't see
I
why
don't
not.
know.
You can't do that in the mobile game. That's why I'm
Can you
asking.
not?
I
I
swear
haven't
you
tried.
can.
I always just
Ah.
tried to do a different word. I haven't even thought like.
Yeah, I
know,
swear
right?
that
Me either.
comes up. There's like that word is already up, and I'd be like, oh,
That would make sense.
I'm like, cool.
11, 12 points for Charlie. He's broken
I know,
100.
Every time I'm like, I'm trying to catch up to Charlie. Every time.
I stopped.
He said I'm not trying. I mean, I feel like for my first time playing this, like a physical of it, I think I'm doing pretty good for
Yeah,
the first
I mean-
time. This is better than my bowling scores.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
yeah.
You didn't have to agree so fast.
Oh, can I get 2 tiles?
Sorry, I'm over here trying to think about what my move is gonna be already.
Hey, your responsibility. You have to.
Right, and like I have one in mind. I'm like, there's just 2 letters I need.
Oh my god, what is happening?
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Okay.
2, 3, 7, 14. So I got 80.
See, I try to count it before I put it down, and then sometimes I forget. Right when I do it.
It's 14. So I have 86. Crying. You know how I said I
There's
needed
13 tiles left.
You know how I said I needed vowels? I didn't need all of them.
That's hilarious. Look, what's that saying y'all be asking? What y'all be Christians saying? They were like, God, give me this, and then he gave you too much of it. You asked for it, and you receiveth too much. Trying to think
Ask
about
and
what
you
it's
shall
gonna do.
receive.
You asked?
But yeah, what do you want? What do you want to eat?
Now he was saying he just ate when we got here, so
Yeah,
he's
I'm
not.
really hungry. I
He's
like to
better than
smoke
us.
again.
He eats breakfast. Do you want to pause and go smoke? We have like 13 tiles left. If
I
you
don't
want.
really eat breakfast. Normally, what I do for breakfast, like I use the Keurig that's down there, and then I take the protein powder that's like vegetable protein, and I throw a scoop in and shake it or stir it up, and then I jump in the car and drive to work, and I drink it on the way to work.
Oh,
That's
you
what I
said
normally
that
eat,
you
like-
made like those McGriddle thingies and you froze
That's
them. So you could do it.
when okay, so there's only so long that you can like do the little diet shit. Cause I do that, and then I usually eat like some beef jerky, and then like a small snack, an apple or something with my lunch with like a protein, like another protein shake. But you can only do that for a week, and then the following week you're really fucking hungry. So that's when I eat the sandwiches, or sometimes I do like skillets. Like I'll make a whole bunch of eggs, like a whole 48 eggs or something.
It's wild.
24 eggs.
You like meal prep your breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
Smart though.
Veggies and sausage or whatever, put in there.
I keep meaning to do that because someone gave us a an egg bite maker for our wedding. That was one of our gifts. We didn't ask for it. It was just there. We were like, cool. And I was like, man, I could like kind of meal prep on Sunday with egg because he loves egg bites. Like
They're delicious and they're
every
quick.
every time we go to Starbucks, he'd be getting those. And so I was like, I could do that on Sunday. Like I have not plugged the thing in not once, and I keep, mind you, we got married in August. I'm like, I keep meaning to do that on Sundays, make it out, because like then he could always have breakfast in the morning,
Yep.
or like
Great.
that could be his snack, or both, because he loves them. I keep meaning to do that, and then Sundays come, and I'm like, man, I had to cook, or like I was out all day, like I don't know. But really, it's probably so easy just to mix everything up in a bowl and pour it into the thing. It's probably really easy.
You know,
Let it do its thing.
Well, you say you don't eat breakfast. Well, I'll say next time when you're making breakfast, just add that on the end.
Bro,
On the
I
weekend.
love breakfast food though.
Oh shit! There's many times I'll eat breakfast for dinner.
Brenna.
You know it's your turn.
Is it my turn?
I know it's my turn. I'm trying. I'm trying. Like, why does it become harder when we have more stuff on the board? I'm like,
Because everything's in the way.
where? Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
I'm like, what to do?
I have a question.
Good.
Would you rather?
Not
Yeah.
would you rather?
Would you rather? I don't know why this came up. Would you rather have to face off against Cooking Mama? Like an actual The slow. Would you rather face off with Cooking Mama in like a food wars type competition, or would you rather fight through the Smash Bros ladder?
That's wild.
In real life?
Yeah.
Like me personally.
You get
Like if he was isekai'd into the game.
essentially, yeah. You would get like 6 months to train.
Fuck no, I'd take the cooking.
You get 6 months to train for either one.
Cooking competition.
Yeah.
War style. Yeah, let's go. Because have you seen some of the hits that you get hit in Smash Brothers?
Yeah, no, they're.
I'm good, man. I don't need that. I don't need you to cave.
I mean,
all shit.
some like I'm just looking at Captain Falcon. Like Captain Falcon,
Yeah.
he punches you so hard that his hand turns on into a flaming hawk. Like, I don't need that. I don't need that in my solar plexus.
No, that's hard to manage.
That is hard to manage. Like Mario can shoot literal fire.
Kirby
Sam
can eat you and then spit you back out and take all of the specialness you ever had.
Oh.
Like it's not fair.
I mean, the one that really comes to mind is Donkey Kong.
I mean, he's just huge.
No, bro, have you? He literally has the ability to put you in the dirt.
Yeah.
Literally put you in the dirt.
There's no one that you're.
I'm not facing off against Solid Snake because that
Yeah,
shit.
that's not fair.
Lil Mac is a professional boxer. He canonically has hands. Actually, everyone in the Smash Bros list
Yeah,
canonically has hands.
That's what I'm saying. I was like,
Except for
there's no one-
Olimar. Olimar doesn't have hands. He
Okay,
throws
wait.
things at you.
Yeah. I was like, there's.
Who wouldn't have hands though?
They all got them. That's why they're in Smash Bros.
For real though.
Sorry to interrupt you because so I was putting this down, right? I like gave up. I was like, whatever, I'll do a small word. I already forgot what that was. Yeah, those were all blank, so that's it. Yeah. So then I was looking back at what I have and I was like, dang, can I make this longer with the words I have? I'm like, think, what else can I do with this? Like, I'm over here with the invincible, like, I was like, think, Mark, think. And I was like, hey, can I add an I to the bottom of that? Like, but I was thinking, like, no, that's someone's name, right? That's not a word. And you can't do that. And I was like, let me double check and look it up. Do you know there is a Urban Dictionary version of roadie with an I at the end?
No,
Do you know what it is? It means when a girl is willing to suck your cock in a dark theater. I was like, I didn't know it had a name.
Very good one.
I didn't know that it had a name.
I didn't know.
Right, I was like, that was just a thing that happens. Like, it has, of course, Urban Dictionary has it.
Now
I love Urban Dictionary.
It's hilarious. I knew it.
Ooh, damn, I could have done that too. See, I was like, think, Mark, think. I was like, you can't do this.
Shit.
Damn. 3, 5. So you got 6 points off of that. Damn, sir.
And you just need one.
So I started watching Sonic.
Oh, the one on Netflix? The new one on Netflix?
Is it on Netflix?
Is it on Netflix?
The one I was watching.
You were like, I
on
was watching Sonic.
Paramount. The Knuckles.
Knuckles.
Oh, that's what you started watching. Oh, all right.
And I am.
So are you done or are you adding more?
No.
Are you done or no?
No, I'm done. I just.
Okay.
I can't math right now.
Okay.
Is that 100?
Yeah, I already have my calculator up too. 106.
I have 16 points.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't know what you're asking.
I don't know. I'm sense
shit.
about it. I'm not impressed,
Really?
but I'm
Yeah.
not angry.
Like, it's not as good as the movies, but it's like,
Kayla,
like
what
cool
the
as fuck.
fuck?
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, exactly that.
I thought you said you watched the show that's on Netflix, the new Sonic show.
The anime one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
no,
everyone
I
says
haven't
it's
watched
really
that one.
good. It makes me think of the guy we were gushing about last episode, Markiplier. He's one of the voices in that show.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah,
For
and
do you
so
know
is
for who?
gosh, no, I forgot. I forgot who voices. But another gaming YouTuber that we watch is he voices in it as well, and it's cool because they're both friends and they both ended up in this role. I was like, it's good for them though.
Definitely.
Yeah. Damn, you already went. Let me see. We have 5 left, guys.
Doing good. Doing good. We might be able to lock the board out.
I don't know about y'all, but I do definitely gotta eat something soon.
Oh, I mean, I'm open to
Technically-
any type of suggestion.
I was gonna say, technically we have food at the house.
We do.
Okay.
But, like,
Are you guys?
it depends how. So we're like 30-35 minutes away.
Do you get hangry?
I do get hangry, and to top it off, I'm on my cycle, so I'm like, and I'm losing blood as the minute goes. So, and I've only eaten once today.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, your AC goes. What's that?
I
No,
mean, I could
ours
be,
is much louder, but like it turning on, I was like, "What is that?"
I mean, I could be down for tacos again if we went that. Be down for almost anything. Actually, anything except chitlins. I don't think.
Oh, same. I don't like chitlins either. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not that type of person.
We just become besties.
Another thing, I don't like chitlins. I don't like anything grape, so that includes grape soda. I don't do that either. And I'm not.
It's
I
okay
don't.
to be wrong.
God.
What about
I don't-
grapes? Like real grapes,
She loves
I like green
grapes.
grapes. I don't like red.
not the reds or purples.
Yeah. I like green.
It's
Yeah.
okay to be wrong.
And I don't like hot stuff. Like I don't put hot sauce on stuff like that. either.
Oh, hot isn't like spice hot.
Yeah. Yeah. So like you wouldn't catch me with hot sauce in my purse or anything like that.
Oh no. I don't know if you like. I don't. Do you eat hot spicy shit?
I love spicy food. My body can't take it.
Honestly. And then he'd be really like making his body angry. He'd be like cheese and hot stuff. And his body be like, we
But
finna
it's
fight.
so good.
Yeah, that's when like you're like sitting on the toilet afraid. You're like I'm afraid to let it go. It's gonna burn so much. No, that's brave. You know, I got a nice word, but it's not gonna get any points.
I feel
Dang.
It doesn't land on boot.
Dang.
that. I feel that.
Bro, I've been sitting here too long. I've been sitting here trying to make a better word, and I'm like, fuck it.
You can't beat him.
I know, like whatever.
Ned's declassified.
Oops, I forgot there's an E right there. I was about to put down another one. I was counting it, and then I forgot. And then it's a triple letter score.
7. So you're up to 88. I'm not gonna lie though, I do like Would You Rathers. I feel like we should have Would You Rathers in the podcast.
Ooh, I got a nice one. Still not
Alright,
what I
sure.
need,
Alright.
bro.
I'm sorry.
You
Oh, did he take yours?
yeah, he did.
I'm dead. Alright, Keith. You ain't getting nothing. He's getting the last ones. That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's all that's left.
Eh,
That's all that's left.
that was-
Nice.
So 2, 3, 6, 10. So 20 points. I was right on your heels, you bitch.
Really?
I was right on your heels.
You thought.
Okay. Fuck. That's all I got.
So, how do you guys decide whose house you're going to for the holiday?
Since both our folks live in the state, we don't choose. We just choose on who we're gonna go to first.
Okay.
Yeah, and we just alternate each year. For both holidays, we just decide, you know.
Makes it easy.
Yeah, like if someone were to move, or if we were to move, we would decide on one, but they both live here.
Do you guys do a lot of like family vacation situation?
Oh yeah, we're supposed to do that family vacation.
Yeah, my mom keeps trying to put together a family vacation. We keep trying to go to Ocean City, Maryland. Or we even thought, we were like, dang, when all of us got our money up, like my folks could go anytime they want to. We're like, we should go to Disney World or like, what's that other big amusement park called?
Universal.
Universal. Yeah, something like that.
I like both of them. Are you a big Disney person? Like a big like Disney head?
Oh Lord. Here we go with this question.
I don't feel like I'm a Disney adult, but like, kind of.
Excuse me? Says the woman that listens to Disney music in the shower.
Sometimes I just feel like Disney, okay? Sometimes I just feel like a little classic Disney music, you know?
And that doesn't make you a Disney head?
No, because, like, so remember when we did the trivia thing? Even some of those questions I couldn't have answered. And I was like, when, like, a big, like, Disney adult, they would know those questions by heart. So let me backtrack. So for my birthday, we set up a trivia day. Wait, no, you told them about this.
The trivia
Right.
day?
Never mind, I'll just say it. Because you look confused. So for my birthday, I came up with this trivia idea. And I put together a trivia consisting of 4 categories. I feel like I said this before, but it's fine. Star Wars, Marvel, Disney, Harry Potter. It was all stuff everyone in the room, which was just my family. Yeah, it was just my family. And everyone in the room, like, you either read these books, read the comics, or watched the movies. Everyone in this room knows these categories, right? And I did 10 questions, each one. Tried to kind of set it up like Jeopardy. We did, like, point system and everything like that. So, and then the twist was that we went out to the store in Manassas. They have all these novelty sodas, nasty sodas. They're like root beer, Dirts, birthday cake. Birthday cake I think wasn't that bad, but there was like buffalo wing sauce soda, ranch, stuff like that. There was like 15 of them. It was supposed to be the exact number of people who were with us, but we did all 15. So it was like whenever you get a wrong answer, you have to take a shot of the
12.
nasty soda. I thought it was 15.
It was 12 because I had to roll.
Oh, I'm
D12
sorry.
In order for them to pick which one to get.
Right. I thought it was 15 because you bought some just for yourself.
I did.
Right.
Buy a few for myself. That were actually really good.
But eventually everyone started to like feel sick, so I changed it back to my original rule that like
Which
at
I will
the
say
end
they were just punks. They didn't have the stomach.
Oh my god. I changed it back to original rule, which was at the end the losers have to take a shot, and then we rolled a D12, figure out which one you were gonna do, and we shuffled it. We shuffled the shots as well. And we did Keith shots, which means it was a bit above the rim.
Oh.
That's a Keith shot.
Rimmed. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right over is a Keith shot. No one likes Keith shots. But yeah, eventually some people started to feel sick. My mom was a sore loser, and she was like, "Well, I don't want to play anymore. We gotta take these
Do you
shots."
remember this?
Right, I thought we told you this before, but it's fine. But
They don't know.
that's what we did, and some of them, that's true. Some of the questions, and like I looked these questions up. I didn't make them up myself, but some of them were too hard. And I asked him. I kind of went over it with him, and I was like, "Don't think about the question because you're gonna be one of the contestants. You're not the host this time. He's usually the host anytime we do game night. Like he's the host. Everyone misses him when he can't come over because he's at work or something. I was like, go over these with me. Like, do you think they're too easy, too hard? Should they be moved around? Because the list, like, they're meant for people who are serious Star Wars fans, serious Harry Potter fans. Because, like, if you're a serious fan, you know this question, right? But I think all of them, so when I got past 5, they were too hard. They were like, what is this? And I was like, I do better next time, or just let Keith be the host, because it was just
I will
bad.
say, though, the one,
Sorry.
like, there was one that was like, which Disney princess film won an Academy Award for, like, Best Picture? Yeah.
I gave a year. He was like, you need the year for that
You
question.
do need the year for that one. What was it,
And
like
then
94,
I think, or 91 or something.
It turned out to be Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
And her dad
I was pissed.
was very upset. He was very upset because it's like, Belle isn't a princess. It's like,
Ooh.
Yeah, he was highly upset. And then my hint didn't help. I was like, I gave a bad hint. Really. I don't remember what the hint, but I think the hint didn't help because 3 people had it right before I did
before
the hint.
they changed it.
Before my hint, they had it right. That's why I was like, my hint didn't help. I don't remember what it was, but it was bad. Yeah, it threw them off. They were like, oh, it's definitely not this. I think I said it's a princess film. Yeah, I said it's a princess. And so that's why they erased
so your
it.
hint specifically screwed him up.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what he originally had down. And I told him I'd give it to him since that is what he had down. But he erased it because of what my hint was, because he doesn't consider her a princess. I was like,
I mean,
Disney considers her a princess.
right?
She married a prince, but in his mind, that's not
like
his definition.
One of the big 3.
Yeah, she's
like
the
one of
big
the
3 for
original-
princesses. Dad, like, I don't know what to tell you. She's the big 3 for princesses. And I was like, that's a princess, Dad. Like, you either marry a prince or you are already a princess. That's how you become a princess. So he was just like, nope,
And
not
I mean,
that
if
bitch.
if we're gonna be real technical, the people
I mean-
that married into being a quote unquote princess aren't really princesses,
That's true.
duchesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, what about Cinderella? She was not a princess.
She
Correct.
married into it. Yeah,
She's
sure.
one of the big 3.
Now they're only a princess, I think, when they're in like direct line of succession. In terms
Yeah.
of, like, but if it's like, oh, you're like 2nd or 3rd or 4th, they're technically not princesses.
Not unless your siblings died.
So what about Snow White? Was she a princess before she went dead? Like,
I think she
No.
was. I swear she already had a crown on.
She
when
was
asleep.
not.
Oh, you're right. She
hair
married a
braided?
prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just had something on her head.
So all of these is fakes.
Most of them.
Most of them. Jasmine
Is a
she's
princess.
a princess.
Yes. Or if you,
Fine ass princess, but a princess not.
and
I ain't
then
gonna lie, she was kind of bad.
Yeah.
Walking around in that little sheer, that shit. I'm
True.
like,
True.
what you doing over there?
Bro.
that ass.
Ariel,
I don't know who's
also a princess.
turn it is on.
That, yours.
Aight. But
Because I did dub.
nah, I don't think I heard you. I don't think I seen that. I was also gonna say like ones who aren't like they're princesses, but not in like that sense. Like they're princesses like what's her name from Brave? Because like if you have
Merida
a
is
Merida
technically
is
a
the
princess.
princess.
right, because if you have that type of system, then you're a
Yes,
princess.
It was a chief.
Like you're a daughter of a
Mhm.
chief, or like Moana, she's a princess.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She's the daughter of a chief, so it's like they're actually princesses. It's been doing it mad
Ironically
fast
enough,
recently.
Raya.
It did do it.
Fast too.
The green.
Yeah, because it just did it like 2 minutes ago.
I will say though,
So it's definitely
Raya
like
is
the-
technically a princess as well.
Yeah,
Because
her dad was the leader of
yeah,
that.
it was like a
like,
whole
country
they had
or whatever.
like different kingdoms and whatnot, and they all had like their own separate leadership and such.
Why are
Just
you
staring
eyeing
at
it?
the camera.
I
What
was
did it do
wondering
to
if
you?
maybe the camera. I don't know.
Good question.
So I have 2 words. One is definitely better than the other, as far as points.
I
I
swear
lied.
to God, Charlie, I will fight you. I will fight you to the end of days.
Damn.
He said, "Damn, son."
Because I'm eyeing one spot. It's the only spot I can do.
Damn.
No, yeah, one's definitely way better than the other one. But I can go either way. And I'm happy that I go before you. I'm not happy that I have to go.
Tell me where you're thinking about putting yours.
No.
Okay, fine.
fucking-
Okay,
fucking-
okay.
If you get me, I just know that you hate my life. I don't know what I did to you in the prior.
There's like a longer word I'm like trying to figure out where to put, and I'm like, I can't. I'm gonna have to go with a shorter one. I
Yeah.
can't find like where to put it. There's too many letters on this board.
That's Scrabble.
That's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. Have you seen that movie? I feel like I asked you this already. I feel like every time I say it, I'm like, have you even seen that movie? Like, do you understand the reference? Bruce Almighty? No? Okay, never mind.
You know, I don't understand the reference in the movie. I do remember Morgan Freeman saying it.
No, I think no. It was I think he said it, but he was just copying what's his name?
Bruce?
No. Well, yeah, the guy who plays Bruce.
Carrie?
Yes, Carrie. There we go. I was like, why am I forgetting this name?
But what did he say? Oh, because he said that on the news.
Yeah,
when
he said it earlier. Like it was like his catchphrase,
Mhm.
and then Morgan Freeman was just like making fun of him one day or something. He said it back to him. Banger movie.
That's a really good movie.
Yeah.
All his.
Who-
I had a question.
Yeah. Sorry.
You said you're sing Disney songs. Are you a newer Disney or are you an older Disney?
I really like older Disney. You know, even like with older like TV shows, because like even my mix was going the other day. And what's so funny, like I don't know if you use Spotify, but it's so funny sometimes it just does like random stuff. I was like, I'm trying to listen to Disney. How did I get Britney Spears, Rihanna, and Kesha?
They're all Disney.
No, they're not.
They
Not
were.
Kesha.
Well, no, not Kesha.
And not Rihanna. Can't hear you at all.
No, I heard that.
Rihanna was never
I'm
in
fine
Disney
either way
anything.
because I'm not really that hungry anyway, so I'm cool. Like, even if I don't eat it, it's because it's breakfast. I'll take it with me. I gotta work tomorrow. Yeah, I'll take it with me to work.
Damn,
Mm.
that is right.
Oh man, we gotta get out of here. This man got sleep. We gotta wrap this up. He's like, I sleep bad anyway. You be alright.
Oh, so going back to that.
I'm
question,
sorry, you were asking. Yeah,
the old Disney or new Disney? Have you been to Disney?
no, never been.
Okay, so
Yeah.
when you do go,
Yeah.
I know you're gonna do a Magical Kingdom, like everyone does that if they're Disney. Like, that you
Oh,
have to.
also, I'm afraid of heights. I don't usually do rides like that unless it's a
Perfectly fine.
water ride. I don't really
Perfectly
do
fine.
rides.
Disney has no real adult roller coasters.
like big rides or nothing like that.
I think they
Oh.
have one real like roller coaster. Most of everything else are rides. So it's built for you to enjoy yourself as much as possible.
Hmm.
However, at the end of the night, Magical Kingdom it turns into like the quintessential Disney. Like the music comes on, there's soft lights, people like the characters come out.
I thought
it's
characters were
breathtaking.
always
they,
out.
They are always out,
Oh,
but
okay.
like all like they're
More,
not
more of them come out at night.
right. Yeah, all of them are out there,
They said the monsters.
and
come out.
it's really breathtaking.
I'm just do the small word.
However, when you go to Epcot, if you ever go to Epcot,
Yeah.
Ooh,
stay until they kick your ass out.
I keep hearing Epcot is so
That
Yeah.
so you get
Everyone
like
goes
a
to
tour
Epcot.
around the world of food and drink. Like you start on
Mhm.
one side, you walk all the way around. There's a ride inside the big ball. Don't think there isn't. I did not know that there is. That there was. There's
What?
actually a ride inside of it. So go up and get in line, get in that.
so awesome.
But the music and light show and fireworks that they do at the end of the night, they go through all the big, heartfelt Disney
Mhm.
songs for each of the old movies
Oh my god.
with light shows, lasers, and fireworks, and the way it gave me goosebumps.
You were so close. That's so cool
I said to warn me. I said to tell me.
though.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
She's over 100.
Yeah, crushing.
Yeah, I was like, that's why I was trying to make it longer. I was like, I want to use the Z, and I'm trying to make it longer. I'm trying to catch up to Charlie, but I'm like,
So,
I'll do with the rest of these letters.
you know how the price of everything went up?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I never finished my sentence. I was telling him yesterday my playlist was going, and yeah, I was telling him how I really like old Disney, like old like classic Disney. There's only a few things that are new that I like old classic Disney movies and like even like our TV shows from like the 2000s. Some like those like the bangers. Like randomly the other day, cause like I told you, like sometimes like Spotify will put like random stuff in here. I was like, these women were never even part of Disney. Like
Yeah,
Spotify be like,
One. That's...
no, she's never been to Disney anything.
Mm-mm.
Oh wait, nope, that was DreamWorks. I was about to say, I was like, she was at home, and I was like, that was DreamWorks. It's like Spotify is just like pop music must be Disney, and I was like, no. All of a sudden, this song by Ashley Tisdale came on. I was like, I remember this in my childhood. I was like, yes.
Not me actually seeing, like, can they actually envision you dancing? Like, I remember this. It was
Like
my
at first, I was
childhood.
like, what is this? And then I remembered. I was like, yes.
What did you do?
What did he do? That's a good question. What did you do,
I wasn't.
sir?
Did I do something?
No, he did though. Did you not go? I don't remember you
I
putting
don't think
anything.
I
don't
did.
think
I don't
you
think
did.
I went.
You
I
were
don't know.
talking.
No, I just fixed keeps because it was like sagging.
Mm.
Well, sometimes it has a bed.
Why are you like this?
Cause
Okay.
why not?
He said, "Cause why not?"
I get to be
Maybe
myself.
something about you.
Now, Charlie,
Mhm.
our friendship might depend on where this goes.
You know what? You
Oh,
know what's
God.
really fucking crazy? I am gonna now put it somewhere. Actually, no, it's still better if I put it where I was gonna put it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, do you actually like the pancakes at IHOP? We were talking about this the other day because I think we were running errands. We were like, let's go to Denny's first. Cause we can't grocery. Shut up. we can't grocery shop and be hungry. So we went to Denny's. We're talking about it. I was like, no, it's actually funny. I don't like the pancakes at IHOP. I like the pancakes at Denny's. And I'm like, that's mad stuff because you're called IHOP, but I think your pancakes are, they're just bleh, right? And I was like, your omelets are actually better at IHOP. Well, to me, I think the pancakes at Denny's are better.
I think I like them both. I like
Yeah.
the topping options of IHOP more than Denny's toppings for pancakes. If I could have IHOP's toppings for pancakes with Denny's,
With Denny's
pancakes, that would be the
ooh.
ultimate.
Mm.
Ultimate.
Now,
Yeah.
I will say, IHOP does omelets better than Denny's does.
I would do it too.
Yeah.
So if we had like the topping option from IHOP with Denny's pancakes, when I would say Denny's menu is better than IHOP's, it's a lot less cluttered and with a lot of like good selections on there. Meanwhile, IHOP is like, hey, you want the whole kitchen? We'll give you the whole kitchen.
So that's they gotta put up at the end of the day.
Right. Which I'm perfectly fine with.
They have more stuff on this menu than the last time I've ever tried to order from an
I'm sorry.
IHOP.
Got the wrong
Oh, okay. Okay.
But they don't have like a regular like thing that I can eat like and just be like I would eat this but with no pancakes obviously. If I get something, will you eat my pancakes, babe? Because
Sure.
everything comes with a pancake. Of
I'll eat it.
course you will. Oh, never mind. I'll
That's
eat
what he
those.
said.
There we go.
I knew that was.
I always walk into these things. Well, right in.
You just gotta pay extra.
Mm-hmm.
I am dead.
You gotta use that one.
That's
You eat my pancakes, babe?
Oh, I forgot I don't like their scrambled eggs. For no
Oh.
reason.
You know, their scrambled eggs are weird.
There's scrambled eggs.
You know
Yeah,
what else?
that was weird.
McDonald's with scrambled eggs are weird too.
That's true. I don't know why. Like when I was a kid, and the rare times I would order one of their like pancake egg things, I was like, okay, their eggs aren't bad. I was like, but their pancakes are actually banger. I was like, these are actually good. I don't know why or how.
I think I did it. I think I actually got you. That's
Double
14.
word.
And then that's 5. So 19. $39. Damn, sir. Also, that is a English slash Scottish word for a pool of still water, a large pool of still water. I had to look that up because I'm like, there's no way this is a real word. And it's like, oh, it is. Now, I take it, I know you don't, but do you know what happens when you're not able to make any more words?
No, what happened?
You have to take the tiles that you have and subtract them from your score.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
At first,
That's
I was gonna
actually
get something.
a lot less than I thought it would be.
At first, I was gonna get something. I was like, actually, I want a burger and fries. I've actually never had a burger. I have no idea if they're good.
I have never had their burger either.
Me either. It's
Yeah.
I've always gotten breakfast food.
yeah, I was gonna
I was
say.
Oh,
saying
and chicken
same
tenders.
thing with Denny's. Never had
It's
their
the
dinner.
International House of Pancakes, not the International House of Burgers.
They just added waffles and French toast.
Good for them.
I'm just like,
What do they want? Metal?
oh, you were smart. You already changed the address. I was about to do that. I was just about to do that.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I got it. I got it.
Do you want to make this a group order again, or you just want to pay for it, or what?
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
What do you mean group order? How would you make it a group order?
We had done it at the beginning and said like make a group order and separate it. See the taxes on that? See, whenever I get to the end and see the taxes on like an order,
Just go get it myself.
yeah, either like order from somewhere else because it always depends on where you're ordering from. If the taxes are gonna be mad high. Yeah, it's $15 in taxes. I'm like, that's wild, son. I don't even know where IHOP is from here, honestly.
It's
I don't remember.
it's
I feel like it's near the mall, but
it is. Not even 5 minutes probably. It's probably like 8, 9.
should have ordered from Silver Diner. I forgot where I am. Coulda got a milkshake.
Silver Diner is closer to way closer than I have.
Because we don't.
Too late.
Where's IHOP?
15 years.
Oh, you're right. It's on Hoadley.
No,
Wait, is
we
there
have
another one?
Yeah, we have another. You know where like you know where the Popeyes is
Which one?
on Spunktown?
The one in Dale City. Is that the
Not
one
on
you're talking
Middle
about?
Boulevard.
No.
The one over here. You know where Home Depot is? And Lowe's.
Like I do. It's gonna take me a minute. Like I
So-
swear I know
so-
what you're talking about.
If Lowe's is on this side and Home Depot is on this side.
That one. Got you. Damn, you're right. Silver Diner's closer. Yeah. Could have got a milkshake.
Well, too late.
I know. And we said that last time we were in Woodbridge. I'm like, damn, could have went to Silver Diner. And I keep thinking about me and my folks actually said this too. Whose turn is it, by the way? Must be mine. You have less tiles. But we said this because we used to live in Bristow. And we're like, why doesn't Gainesville have a Silver Diner? Like, Woodbridge has one. This makes no sense. And I even thought about franchising one. I was like, damn, they don't do franchising. They just put it out there. And I'm like, Gainesville needs a Silver Diner. This makes no sense.
What other franchises? I know he was saying, Keith was saying you were kind of looking into those a little bit. Did you see anything promising that you might want to?
Last time I looked, I was looking at Ben and Jerry's. And I even thought of like a good area to put it in. Because I was thinking about, like I just said, the Gainesville area. Like there are things that aren't in Gainesville, Bristow area that should be there. And I'm like, this makes no sense. And there isn't a Ben and Jerry's. There's a Cold Stone over there, but not a Ben and Jerry's. And I feel like Ben and Jerry's gets more I know the word for it, but like they get more people, they get more customers than Cold Stone does. They're both good in their own rights, but I also feel like Cold Stone gets. I'm sorry, wrong one. Ben and Jerry's gets more people than Cold Stone because you get Ben and Jerry's all year long. You know, every day because you can get it at the store.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really get Cold Stone at the grocery store.
Right.
So it's like you always have the craving for Ben and Jerry's ice cream. So recently I was just looking at Ben and Jerry's. I even like thought of a location and everything, start looking into it. And then with Ben and Jerry's, they even do like I forget what they call it, a racial equality thing. So if the owner or one of the owners is black or someone of color, they will take away the franchise fee, which is like $35,000.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was like, dang.
what do
So
you
that's one thing you
need?
don't have to worry about.
right, that's a big thing.
I'll look at it, but he has my phone. Oh wait, no, there's my phone. Oops. Yeah, I still have it open. I'll just give you my phone because I'm still thinking about my
Is
move.
this on me?
No, it's on me.
Oh.
That's why I'm like, I'm gonna just give you my phone because, bro, this is like something you cannot multitask.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just realized what I could do. I'm gonna piss a lot of people off.
I don't know. I wonder if you thought of the thing that I wish I could do.
It's possible.
Yeah. And so if you put like select state there, it'll show you the one city that you could do right now is Richmond. But they say if you have like a spot that would be great and get a lot of customers, email this person. Or whatever. I was like, I do. Like a perfect spot in Gainesville, that would be great.
Didn't they have one in Fairfax and it closed down?
Did it? I haven't been over there in a while. I don't know. Last time I was in Fairfax, I think so. I mean, look it up. I don't know. But at the moment, the only... Because, you know, like, if you do a franchise, you can only do so many in a state. Like, I used to work at Crumble Cookie. And the owners who got my store, they opened up 2 more. And then that was it that you could do in the state of Virginia. That was it. But, at least I think so. So, you can only do one in Richmond unless you can plead a case to put somewhere else. And I was like, I bet if I plead the case for Gainesville, they would say yes.
There is one.
And, oh, it didn't close? Okay, you must be thinking of someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Because there isn't one here. There isn't one. There's the one in Fairfax. There isn't one in Manassas.
There's one in Arlington.
Exactly. So I'm like, if we put one in the Gainesville area, that would be a good spot. And the spot that I looked at, it gets heavy flow, but I don't like it because it would be right next to a Cold Stone. So it's like, yes,
Yeah.
competition, but yikes. It would literally be like 4 stores down. The other spot that I looked at is around the corner from where I used to live in Bristow, which isn't as close to the Cold Stone location. You know, it's more like 10 minutes away from the Cold Stone.
Okay.
But it's still in a good area that gets heavy like traffic, not as much as where the Cold Stone is. And I feel like it would be a bit of a risk putting it near the Cold Stone. But yeah, because it's like there isn't one here in Woodbridge. There isn't one in Manassas. There isn't one in Haymarket. Not one in Bristow. BJ's is not in that area of Northern Virginia. The next closest one is Fairfax. So it's like, I feel like that's the best spot for it.
Also, you said BJ's again.
Did I?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I-
Wait, BJ's is a good one too, because the only one is in Gainesville, and they have good food.
The restaurant, not the whole.
Not the grocery store. Yeah. What fucked me up when we lived out there, I was like, so does BJ's the restaurant get stuff from the grocery store? Because they're right next to each other. Do they get the stuff they need from there?
Extremely ironic.
It would make sense.
Right? Like, I thought they were like a joint. Because that was my first time seeing either one of them, so I was like, do they work together? But,
I mean, it makes sense. I would have. I thought the same thing with Sam's Club and Walmart. I was like, well,
they're the same
Walmart gets
people.
low. Don't
Yeah.
they just go across the street and get it? And bring it? No? Okay.
Maybe. They ever like think about that? The overnight crew, they were like, well, we didn't get enough of this in the truck. They're like, go next door to Sam's Club, get the key, take it from them.
Oh, man.
No, but wait, they probably wouldn't do that because Sam's Club is just like BJ's or Costco. Everything is in bulk, so you couldn't take from there. Yeah. Sorry, it's my first time looking at the board. Sorry.
You can do it.
But yeah, I was just looking at BJ's, and then one time I looked at this vegan cookie place that we both really like, which is also the place we chose for our wedding favors. We got cookies from them. They started to do franchising, but they couldn't do any more here in Virginia. And I was like, damn. I was
Which
like,
is
why
weird
not?
because there's only
don't-
one.
No,
Is there?
they have 3. I think there's one in Ruston, there's one in Alexandria. There's one more. But yeah, it is weird. I was like, why?
You need to focus on what you're gonna do.
It's rough.
I know.
It's rough out here in these streets.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play something to get rid of my tiles, pretty much at this point.
Yeah, right? Finding anything is hard.
So Charlie,
Okay, I'll just do this.
Sure.
It's a double letter score.
If we went ahead and like
Oh yeah, that's
played
real nice.
something here, like played on the what's it called, on the overhead projector. You think that would be decent?
What do you mean?
Like, you think we could have a conversation and play something on the overhead projector?
I can. Depends on what it is.
by the way, did you also count the points from wheel?
Who did wheel? What?
No, because it's attached.
No, I didn't. Thanks.
We don't do that though, do we?
No. You can, like, when you make a double letter. Wait, isn't it when you make a double letter? Not if.
Yeah, not if you use a letter from another.
Oh, maybe not then. Sorry.
No, wait, yeah. I was like, wait a minute. That's only if you made the double letter, like what I did earlier.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Yeah. I thought you were. I
And
thought you were
asked-
working on
and
it.
I asked you a question.
Why are you messing all up?
I know.
No, I answered the question. It would depend on what the game is. Because if it's something like this, where it actually takes brain power to like move things around, word. But like,
Or
We
one
can
of
try
us-
it.
I was gonna say one of us could be playing a game, the other one could be like you could bombard me with questions. I'm playing a game, or I could bombard you with questions.
yeah, we could try all the ways. See which way works. Have you guys ever played No Time to Relax?
No.
Okay, we could try that. That's something that it does take a little bit of brain power, but not too much. And it's a video game. It's easy something to set up. It can go quickly. You can set up on the timer.
What was I gonna say? Sorry, it was what you guys were talking about.
You know what else I thought about too?
If we did decide to do,
Get rid of my tiles at this point.
if we did decide to do video games,
Mhm.
what would stop? What would stop me from doing playing a game at home, or playing the same game as you at home?
Oh, so you don't end up playing it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see anything, especially if it's like a story-based game.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Like if you guys want to play like the DLC of Game Award, Game Award. Jeez, I'm gonna take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to know a little longer. It's almost time for bed.
I don't have a clock in here, I realize.
God of War, Jesus. Like if you guys want to play the new DLC together, and like one of you play as Artreus or something like that. I don't even know if that's something you can do.
I was gonna say I don't think you can do that.
Right.
That would be
Is
kind of
it-
cool.
Right. Like if that was something you want to do, it make sure like one of you like don't go home and play it by yourselves because you have that game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like make sure that you're playing a game neither one of you have, or that like the one other person doesn't have. Like if you don't have NBA 2K 2024 or some shit, but only he does. It's like you can't play it at home,
Right.
or if you know, or vice versa.
Now, the other thing I actually just remembered is that
Oh, I was about to count that. Jesus.
you had said that you were more leaning towards it being like in person because you like the dynamic between, you know, two people that are there.
I feel it more engaging to the audience. However,
What did you do?
you
I
can
did
still
wet in two on a double letter, or sorry, double word. So
Ah,
6, 12, and then this will be 14.
got you.
you can, however, achieve the same.
53. Oh, 53.
You can, however, achieve the same thing if you do like a Discord call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was
Discord
thinking
video
about
call,
that.
and then do a screen capture of that into OBS,
Mm-hmm.
and you can like how we have our display there. You can have the display either. You can split it. What you could do, you could split the screen in 3 pieces. You have like and each of us have a camera, and then the game in the middle,
Right.
or our cameras in the corners and the game in the middle, and you can do it that way. So technically, we could
I
do
remember
it
what I was
from
gonna say
house.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I remember what I was gonna say. You get lit on you.
I don't know.
But I had 2 things I was gonna say. One, you could do something like the trivia game that I said earlier. Except, you know, you would do the like dirty sodas, like not do shots because you said you don't want any like inebriated because it's like,
Oh, I don't mind people being inebriated. I would actually prefer it because then you open up a little easier, and you can just sleep it off in one of the rooms or something.
Yeah.
But
You could like because we could set up a game like the trivia game I explained to you earlier, like that, or never mind, I lost it again.
no, I like all the ideas for any of the games. Like I think having a variety of stuff, is a good idea. You get all types of pull in different types of people.
Sorry, it's my turn, but I'm trying to think about what I was going to say. Because you asked him, how does he feel about a game up on the projector? And I was going to say, it'll come back to me. I'll figure something out.
I'm gonna play with that a little more too to figure that out because we should have been able to. I don't know why, because that doesn't pass through the computer. That's after. It's after the computer. So that's why the computer couldn't see it, what was being shown.
Oh, when Kayla connected her phone.
If I was to do it, I think you might have to. I think you might have to mirror it to the receiver, and the receiver would need to be hooked up in arc to the computer, in arc fashion, so it can see it both ways. So we need to figure out how to screen mirror or mirror the
share,
screen to the PC, and I need to figure out playing a game on there.
I swear you ended up doing that. I don't remember. I think it was the last time you were able to show like the projector was on the screen of the projector.
What was?
you I did it the last time. I did it the last time we were recording.
I don't remember that. I remember him showing something. He pulled up something on the computer and he moved it to the projector.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
think that's what you're thinking of.
Maybe.
But no, I like the idea of having any and all types of games because variety.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm trying to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why are you looking over here anyway?
Because it's your turn.
No, I meant like, why are you looking at my pieces?
Oh, you got oh no, you still have one.
I still have one.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of all three one fell swoop.
It would
That's
be
why
nice.
I'm like, yeah.
That's what I tried to do too, and I was like, I can't. There's no way for me to make it a nice, point getter. It's gonna be some rinky dink.
The silence is deafening.
I'm still trying to remember what I was gonna say earlier. After you asked him that question, it made me think of something. Watch, I'm gonna remember on the ride home.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Mm-mm. Sorry, I
So,
really
yeah,
don't
you
know
could
what to do with
do,
these
like,
letters.
A webcam.
Mm.
If you want to like try to play something online at home, like
Mhm.
together or whatever, and then and talk. You just have to set up the mic and the webcam to do it.
Well, I have a headset, so
That would work. That would be.
I have a mic for the headset. Kayla does have a camera that I got her along with the mic and a bunch of other stuff. Actually no, I think it was just the camera and the mic
In the chair.
and the chair. Did I get you headphones too? No, I was tempted to
No, yeah.
because Razor has a pink headset that
Yeah.
has like cat ears on it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "You want me to get you these?" She was not very.
You want easier look?
I mean,
But like it would match this
Yeah.
and the not the camera. The camera's black,
It would have matched the chair.
but it would match this and my chair. They're all pink.
If you can't tell, one of her favorite colors is pink.
One of the favorite colors.
Well,
You have multiple.
her favorite. She has a head, like I say, head favorite and heart favorite. Like your mind instantly gravitates towards one thing, but like you feel something for something else.
Mm-hmm.
So, like her head favorite is pink because it's been so ingrained in
Yeah.
her entire life. But her heart favorite is very, very different. Kayla, what's your heart favorite?
Gray.
You trying to figure out
Gray.
where to put all of your letters?
Either all of them or some of them. Like I'm tempted to just take points off because I don't know what to do with them. Oh, that's what you're trying to tell me. Why are you even looking over here? But fine.
Because you're struggling.
Thanks, I guess.
I mean, I wasn't even thinking about those, but that's fine too.
Oh. Jesus Christ, Kayla.
Because if you
There you
would have done tie, you could have done in and an, or sorry, in and na over here. But it's okay, you got it.
The same amount of points anyway. It doesn't matter.
So it's been 3. So that's what 3. Wait, who has the keyboard?
Us.
Oh yeah, Charlie doesn't have to go because he
Isn't it?
doesn't have any letters.
Nice. That's a really nice one. That.
I didn't even see where you put whatever that was.
Clay.
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 You got the
For a
triple. Word.
for a triple word.
Tell me what you got. I can't find it. There it is.
5, 9,
Jesus.
27.
Jesus.
Banger.
Wow. How dare you?
Banger.
Wow.
Ended it with the banger.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just
that's
be like
what?
1. I'm not even about to count that.
170. Damn. No,
Wow.
I'm sorry. That's 180. Because it's 27 out of 153.
It don't even matter what I do. I'm not even gonna count what I do. Not gonna be nothing for real. Actually, I don't think I can do anything with this.
Could do Nif. I don't know, actually.
I don't think there's anything I can do. Oh.
What'd you have?
It's a triple
Oh, there
letter
you go.
score. So
So that's what,
it's
4?
still nothing. I count it anyway to feel complete about myself.
There you go. Look at that. We got rid of all of our letters, too.
We
Right. I was so tempted to just be like, take it off my scroll. Forget it.
Damn.
That only took.
3 hours?
Yeah.
Fuck.
3 hours and 14 minutes.
Nah, that's way too long. Some of that is dead silence, too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we probably could be able
You
to
can
cut out
edit
like
out,
20 minutes
yeah.
of silence.
Oh, for
probably.
sure.
Yeah.